Well, I'm recording now. Oh, the poor YouTube people who don't watch this have missed out on so much gold.
Can't you just download the pod?
Oh yeah, because that won't take fucking forever.
Yeah, but it means that the YouTube people don't miss out on that apparently brilliant section.
Yeah, but also the pod will include like 15 minutes of just silence.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. They just fucking watch the VOD themselves if they watch it in time, or they just need to live without their microwave train.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is Roman actually
Right.
here? Is Roman still
I think so.
muted?
Ramen.
Yeah, Hot Pocket's ready.
Hot pockets. That isn't set up. Okay, so he's here, but his headset's not set up.
Okay. Well, we'll wait a couple more minutes. That's fine. Oh, God.
Yeah. Just start. He said just start.
Okay, sure. Why not? I can do people. What?
We got one person on a train. It'll be alright.
That's fine. Alright. I'm going to temporarily mute you guys while the intro plays. You're a problem. There we go.
You're on a fucking train. Why can't I make that noise?
I don't think that's a reasonable argument.
No, I think it is.
I think you're wrong.
Now arriving at Essendon.
Yep.
Oh, for God's
Welcome
sake.
to Essendon.
Why? That's
I
why.
think you're wrong. Now arriving at my answer.
Hey, you're the one that told me to hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up and get home to hurry up and fucking... I hate you so much.
Well, we're starting.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
Yep. What?
What? Just the pain.
What? What on earth are you on about?
Sounds like a child fell.
What?
What?
Why were you laughing at a child falling down?
Oh, who wouldn't? But at
That's
the same
true.
time, what?
Yeah.
What a good time.
Okay. So, who can actually remember what happened last time in D&D?
I got us all thrown out of our room.
That was one thing, yes. Was that last time or was that the time before?
No, it was the time before.
Was it?
Yeah, we completed a mission where we got to murder people.
Because last time I had a new room set up for you guys. I did that in between sessions. So that was the time before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't
remember we got
much.
to murder people. I think our last
We can't remember what happened last time then.
So, some of the stuff I remember is you guys had your second test where you had to infiltrate a boat, which took a lot longer than I was expecting. But, you know, as is D&D.
Jump out a window, it's too fast. Do the boat methodically, it's too long.
Look, I never said I was easily pleased. Thank you.
You're not.
Thank you, train lady. Oh, for God's sake. Wait. Can Axonite not hear us? Axonite should be able to hear us. Said they've been left alone.
I think they mean by actual people.
What actual people? There's no such thing as real people. White chocolate and maple syrup fudge. They can. That's all good then. Anyway, so yes, you had your second test, which involved you infiltrating a boat to achieve 3 different things. The first of which was to disable the rudder, which you guys did quite quickly and efficiently. Second was to rescue a hostage without harming them, which is quite the struggle for Mike Ellion. And thirdly was to find the quote-unquote important documents.
I never harmed them.
You never did, but it was a struggle for you not to harm them. You can't deny that.
I just insulted them repeatedly.
You didn't even insult them that much. I think the most insulting thing was mimicking them in a stupid voice.
Yeah, but I never threatened their lives.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it was a struggle. You yourself said you really wanted to hurt that character.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, I think you guys end up succeeding the most out of all involved parties, or
Now arriving
It was
at
second place.
Ascot
The assassins did it first. The group of
but you guys did it better though. Don't worry. Anyway, and then finally, you guys were sent back to your rooms, like the naughty children you are, and Arvir woke up in the middle of the night to find a ghost lady standing over his bed.
Oh, wait, I'm Arvir.
You are Arvir. This happened to you.
You have the necrostone.
Yes. And the ghost lady sighed and then said something along the lines of, "Well, you've really made a mess of things, haven't you?" And that's where we left, and where we pick up.
Can I just roll over and go back to sleep?
If that's what you want to do, you can try.
Opens his mouth.
I'm gonna try to do.
Train horn.
All right.
I'm just gonna groan and roll over.
Yeah, but instead of a groan, it's just a train horn. It rolls over.
Wakes up the entire castle.
Oh god. The reason I remembered all this is because I went back to the end of the video to remember what the fuck happened for last time. I am amazing. What a well-prepared DM I am. Anyway,
Yeah.
I now have to remember the stuff that I set up to do 2 weeks ago. That's going to be the struggle. And then Arvir just fucking goes back to sleep, which I was not expecting. So the ghost lady goes,
Of course you went.
"Yes."
now arriving at Newmarket.
That's not what the ghost lady said.
Are you sure?
Sure, the ghost lady says, "Now arriving at Newmarket." How does Arvir react?
He's confused, but he tries to go back to sleep.
No, none of that. You wake up.
And I just like a petulant child try and pull the blanket over my head.
She's going to reach through the blanket and just touch your spine. It's incredibly cold.
That's not very nice.
It is. The only person who I know for certain knows how cold this is Travis. Travis, you know exactly how cold this is. It's that time. You remember that time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's that cold. You cannot sleep. It is that cold.
That is cold.
It's painful how cold it is. My
bones hurt. My bones were in pain.
It was such a deep, deep cold. Yeah, so many layers on, and I still couldn't feel any of my extremities.
Yeah, people say
bone chilling is the type of cold, and I really never got that because I don't get that cold. But that night, I understood what bone chilling cold meant.
Yeah, Like my
That
eyes
was
hurt. It was so cold.
Yeah.
Like-
I swear, my eyelashes, my eyes, my
Yeah.
hair, everything, like every little tiny thing hurt. That
Yeah.
was terrible.
I think that got me the most.
So-
Like my eyes and eyelids hurt. I've never had my eyelids hurt.
Yeah, so if you felt that cold, Asher, you'd like shit your pants immediately. Like, there's no other appropriate response.
I mean,
just
I don't think that's what we did in that situation.
your sphincter just loosens up completely, and
We
you
got
just flood your
gently-
pants with feces.
We got kind of eased into it. It wasn't like
Yeah.
snap all of a sudden negative 40 degrees. You know.
No. So he's first of all, his entire body feels like cold, but like the part of the spine that she's touching, that feels like it's pressed up against something that cold.
Yeah, you talk about this as if I've never felt that way, but I have been snowed in a rickety wooden cabin.
You had
For days.
wooden walls?
I have.
We didn't get wooden walls.
Yeah, they were only about 3/4 built, but yes.
We had a tent and it was North America. You do not know. North America is so cold. Why do you guys live there? Anyway. So yes, you feel very cold right now.
Right. In that case, I guess I'll sit up.
Much better. Now that wasn't too hard, now was it? Jesus fucking Christ. That goddamn train. Anyway, so yes, you've really made a mess of things, haven't you? There's some really noisy birds outside
you
your
keep
window.
saying that. You keep saying that like it's supposed to, like I have a response to it.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know. Ask what kind of mess, maybe.
No,
What
it's
do
right.
you mean?
No, if this guy doesn't have any response, that's fine. So just sigh again and go. You know what you have to do, right? Did that come across before? I felt as if the connection down in the tomb was breaking up a little bit. Did you hear me last time?
I did, but I probably forgot.
No, you didn't. You heard like single words. It was like very kind of broken up. This is like the fact that you can hear her so clearly is quite unusual.
Oh, okay. I honestly can't remember very well.
Your memory is worse than mine, and that is honestly shocking to me. I didn't think that was possible.
It depends. Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's just fine.
When has it ever been just fine?
Well, I can remember vast amounts of details about the campaign that I ran for you guys.
That's fair. I see. My campaign's not good enough to remember, is it?
I think it's mostly that I've had a lot going on lately.
Oh god, it hurts to hear you talk.
Yep, it really fucking does. It's so bad.
Why did it have to be Asher's character and the ghost that he was talking to at the end of last session? Why?
It's just like cosmic justice.
Because he had the story, but why does all these things have to lead to this moment? Oh. All because Asher chose to be a wizard way back when. It's the main
I'm
reason.
a wizard. I'm a wizard with no spells. It's great.
Anyway.
Well, moving on.
Yes. So yes, he asked you, did you hear what I said last time? You know what you have to do, right?
No idea.
There is... I don't know how to explain it very well, but... Have you heard of demons? Or
Yes.
anything? Excellent. There is someone... or there's a source of demonic energy somewhere in the castle. I believe whatever the source of this energy is most likely to be on someone's person.
On someone.
On someone. So I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know at the moment is that it's currently in the castle grounds. But I suspect someone involved in this little test thing you're currently going through, someone involved in that is might be carrying this demonic power or energy, whatever. Because whenever I was worried it might have been a coincidence last time, but when you left for your first test, the energy left the castle grounds as well. And the same thing happened with the test you did just this night.
Could you tell when exactly?
No, it's like a smell, I suppose. You can't. Sometimes the smell will dissipate from a room, but you can't tell when the source of that smell left the room, if that makes sense.
I see. That's a pretty good description, I suppose.
Thank you.
And you're sure it's not one of us?
No. I'm pretty sure it's not you, at least, because of the stone you carry. I have a stronger connection to you than the others, and I can. While you're close enough to my grave, I kind of have an idea of what's going on around you, which is how I know about the tests and all that. It might be one of the others in your party, but I don't suspect so. These murders that have been taking place, there is a good chance that is also connected.
Yes, I'd say. What are the chances that there's two big evils in the same castle at the same time?
Yeah, exactly my thinking.
Well, in that case, if you are more aware of things around me, there was a variance in times when we came into contact with each of those parties after the first test.
Yes.
Were you capable of telling who, what, when, then?
No.
Convenient. Or inconvenient, as it were.
Very inconvenient, yes.
Convenient. Asshole.
You see, like, kind of rubbing her forehead, and it's going, oh, why couldn't one of the others have grabbed the stone?
I can give them the stone if you want, if you don't want to deal with me anymore.
I think that might be for the best. You don't seem...
Okay, do you have a preference? Thank you very much.
Not specifically. I think any of the others would do better.
Okay. And I will stand up, and I will walk out of my room, and into whichever room is closest to mine, and throw the stone on their bed.
I think it would be me, wouldn't it be?
You guys didn't really specify which rooms you're all in and where they were in relation to each other.
Roll a dice.
And
it was in the middle one.
No, like there's no middle. So there's like a room. If you look on the map, there's a room in the southwest corner, and then there's a room just to the west, on the west side there, down below. That's like down one corridor.
Nobody else wants it, but if somebody else wants it, then they can have it.
It depends on where you all relate to each other. So,
I mean, my room will be locked.
Eziel is 1.
Alright.
Mycelian is 2. Saga City is 3. On a 4, I'll decide.
Alright.
1. Eziel. Eziel is the room next to Arivir.
My room is still locked.
If the room is locked, I'll picklock it.
Roll me sleight or thieves' tools if you have that as a thing. You don't have dice on you.
I am not at my computer yet,
Are you proficient in thieves'
although I
tools?
will be soon.
You
I
can just
thought I
roll
was.
on his character sheet.
Yeah, I can make the roll, I suppose.
I thought I was because, you know,
I don't
I am
know.
roguey. I can't remember.
Nope. You are proficient in disguise kits, but not thieves' tools.
Yeah, okay.
So, how, like, I'm assuming you don't have thieves' tools on you, so how do you do it? Or do you just go to the next room?
No, I'm almost certain that I'd have thieves' tools.
You don't. Not
It's
according
something
to
I would have bought.
Not,
Really?
Not it's on your list.
Damn.
Hmm.
Well, then I guess I'll use a dagger.
Do you have a dagger? Probably.
I should have
Yeah.
a dagger. I'm pretty sure I had a dagger until I got a rapier.
You do have a dagger. Alright, I'll just roll a straight dex. Oh, yeah, it'll be a hard DC, though. You use
Yeah.
dagger. Oh my god, the fucking noise. I hate you.
Don't worry, we less noise soon.
If you're muted.
I'm about 150 meters away from my apartment.
You rolled an 11. You're trying to pick... But the thing is, like, these locks and these doors are, one, well made, and two, also, like, very small and fine. Your dagger is too large and blunt of an instrument to pick lock such a fine lock.
Then I'll start just smacking on the door.
Alright, SIL, you hear knocking. Did you hear the knocking on the microphone?
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh, right.
There you go.
It takes about 5 minutes before I open the door, but I open the door
I'm just
fully
knocking
closed.
the whole time.
Okay. I like how you don't try to any other room. You just
No, I went to the first room, and that's the room. So I am not going to another room at this point.
After like,
What do you
hang on. Before even a minute of knocking is up, the ghost lady goes, "Oh, don't worry about it now. Just give the stone to someone else in the morning. For now, I'll talk to you. Okay, we'll just go back to your room, and you can deal with this later for all I care."
I won't go back to my room, but I'll stop knocking and start talking to her.
Alright. So just out of curiosity, Azael, after the knocking stops after a minute, do you then decide to get up, or do you the knocking stop?
I'm still gonna get up and open the door.
Alright, so in like 4 minutes time. Anyway, so the ghost like, alright, so look, it is vitally important for the safety not only of this kingdom, but of this entire continent, maybe even more, that you find out where the source of demonic power has come from. Destroy it if you can. Information is the most valuable thing at the moment, and for the love of God, do something about that infernal noise you're making.
I will. Sure. I intended on helping solve this issue with the prince anyway, so if it turns out to be the demon, or demonic presence rather, that's fine. And then eventually the door will open, I assume, and I turn and I toss the stone and say, "Tag, you're it," and go back to bed.
So it still hasn't been 4 minutes yet. So after you say, like, yeah, I will and all that, she goes, "Good. There's not much advice I can give you, but seeing what goes on around you is not the best way to describe it. Seeing is a strong word. I have a vague sense, as it were. But it seems to me as... Actually, no, I'm going to retcon that. No, they don't. Their sense of what goes on around you is too vague for them to pick up on what I was going to say. Never mind. So she'll just go, good. Again, I cannot stress how important this is. This is more important than you completing these tests and becoming champions, you must find this power, this demonic power.
Yes, well, at this point, we can't do a hell of a lot until we are these champions. So, in a way, yes, I suppose it is more important. But at the same time, it would be more important to get this done to help you, or us, or whatever.
People are dying while we wait, though, for you to become this champion. I'm not even sure how much that will help you.
Well, we'll be allowed out of our rooms.
Are you not allowed to leave your rooms already? Have you tried? Have you asked?
Well, they said that we were confined to our rooms. That typically means you can't leave.
When have they ever said that you're confined to your rooms?
Early on, didn't they?
I don't
Could've
remember
sworn
them
they
saying
did.
that. Nope. You're under watch from guards and all that.
Yeah, but I thought they'd also said that we weren't free to...
You weren't free to
Leave.
leave on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guards follow you when you
Well, they
leave.
didn't specify that.
You never asked. She goes, look, just try talking to one of the guards or something. Just do what you can. And she disappears.
Alright. And then the door opens, and I go, tag, you're it.
What?
I don't say anything, I just walk back to my room.
Or did you like shove the stone into Eziel's hand, or did you like throw it into his room? Like,
I toss it so that he'd catch it, but if he doesn't catch it, I won't care.
okay.
Bounces off his chest and goes back into the hallway. Lays in the ground for an eternity.
Yeah, what
That
does
would be
Eziel, do you catch the stone, or does it bounce off you?
I mean, I guess I catch it.
Alright. Then what do you do?
Just look at Arvir walking away. I just go back into my room and go to sleep.
Okay.
Leave the stone on, like, the dresser. It's too early for this shit.
Fantastic. Well, with that, if you guys hadn't done it last session, you can all finish your long rests.
Yay. I'll look into doing that once I log in.
Alright. Oh, what brilliant noise. Are you at your computer now?
Yeah,
Oh, good. Get off your fucking phone.
I will be in just a second.
Or now. Just
Yeah,
now.
I gotta start up Discord first.
No, we can wait. It's fine. Please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Oh, it's so much nicer. So anyway, the morning rocks round. Who's the first to normally get up in the morning, actually, out of all your characters?
It would probably be me now.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So,
Yeah, I would get up
I'll
pretty early as well.
But I only have to sleep for 4 hours and just relax for another 4, and that's my sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would just be asleep for 4 hours and then probably like sit in the chair and make coffee for another, drink coffee for another 4 hours.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
okay.
through an entire pot of coffee myself.
I think for 4 hours, I think you went through several pots of coffee.
Wide awake.
Just jittering everywhere. Oh, I want the coffee.
First person that makes a move, I just throw a dagger by their heads.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just like sheer reflex.
Like,
Crack
after like 2 or 3 weeks of you guys being in this room, they're all just used to it.
Yep.
They know, like, when they first exit the hallway, they need to like duck slightly so the dagger just hits like where the head would otherwise be, and then they just continue to the room.
And the thing is,
I don't go get those daggers back. I just get new ones and I just leave them in the wall.
Jesus, there's like a dozen daggers just embedded in the door frame there.
yep, right above where is that? If he gets up next to me, then the next person I'll throw it is I'll probably.
Jeez.
He's cracked out on coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just found out my character's a coffee addict.
Ah,
Mm.
Because apparently I just sit in a chair for 4 hours and drink coffee. So,
As you do.
as you do.
Sarah, do you guys do anything in the morning after Arivir just throws a goddamn rock into Azael?
Right. Well, I get up and I put on all my clothes. I walk out and I eat some fruit and some bread.
Do you bring the stone with you, or do you just leave it?
I will probably have forgotten about it. But then, like, as I'm eating, I'm like, wait. Alright. I get up. Go and get the stone. Is Aravir up yet?
probably.
Aravir?
Yes.
What the hell is this?
It's a stone. It's the necromancy stone.
Right, but why'd you give it to me at like 4 a.m.?
Because I don't want it anymore. And it
What?
doesn't want me, apparently.
It
Doesn't want you.
No, it doesn't want me.
What, is this thing speaking to you or what?
Well, not that thing, but the ghost.
The what?
There's a ghost. You'll see. Just attune to it. You'll be fine.
What?
Just shrug.
I just sit back down, leave the stone next to my plate, and just continue eating while looking at it strangely.
The worst interactions. I love it.
Yeah, Ariv's meant to be an intelligent character as well. Ugh.
He is. He's
Is
just
he?
doesn't want to deal with this.
He's
The
intelligent in
ghost
his own
insulted
world.
him.
When did the ghost insult you?
Well, not insult, but being dickish.
Again, how?
Like mean.
How?
Just like, oh, you screwed this up.
Yeah, because you guys got kicked out of your room where you had access to the fucking secret passage. You fucking idiots. I think it's fucking well justified if you ask me.
Let's make it a point that it was only Arvir is the reason.
Yeah, there was only Arvir, but still.
Us three are absolved of any guilt about that.
I mean, to be fair, you did condone Arvir telling the prince.
Yeah, but I didn't
And
think he
for
would.
some reason, I ended up being the face man.
Yeah.
Which was a big issue.
Yeah, you don't play the face man, do you?
This guy doesn't.
I don't think any of your characters have that I've played with.
Not that you've played with, no.
Hmm. Anyway, so is anyone going to ask or say anything else?
I mean, not really. I don't have much. to
Cool.
ask.
Perfect. So the vital mission and important information that the ghost lady passed on is going to be shared with no one.
That's what I'm saying. Arvir should definitely share
Yeah,
it.
he should be. He's a fucking idiot.
What
Oh.
I don't. I'm not. My character's not listening to what they're talking about. I'm cracked out on coffee. You got to remember. I don't give a shit what they're saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna care. What they're talking about. So I mean, unless somebody brings it to my attention that any of it happened, I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, I'm aware. Just God.
I know
Anyway.
it's painful, but what
Yes.
are you gonna do?
It
He
is.
sure doesn't want to play the game.
Anyway, so carrying on from this fucking mess of a shit show.
Yeah.
So as with
Anything less.
oh god, I expect. Oh, Ash is playing an intelligent character. He'll understand the significance of what's going on and how important this stuff is. No,
Yeah, but you forget my character's driving motivation.
yeah, but yeah, it doesn't mean that's the only thing you act on.
No, but at the moment, the way my character sees it, this, like, getting the ability to traverse freely, because his understanding, by which I mean my understanding, was that we weren't allowed to wander around.
Yeah, and that's why the Ghost Lady suggested maybe asking someone.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, but and don't convey the important information of this could be world changing.
I
Anyway,
didn't get that impression. It's just a demon.
yes, I
After
believe.
she repeatedly said that it was life-threatening to the whole world, it
Yeah.
I
could
don't
possibly not be world-changing.
It might have. You might have
Right,
dropped
well,
out. At that point.
I guess I'll attune to the stone.
If I had,
I can't
like,
remember if it needs attunement or not.
if she had said that it was
That doesn't
world
actually, no.
changing, I would have told
She
SAL
said
and
she
everyone.
said that it's like a potential threat to not only the kingdom but the entire continent, maybe even the world.
Yeah, you must have dropped out when you said that.
Cool, because that's like a nice long sentence as well.
Yeah, there's been a few dropouts.
Great,
There's actually work going on in my area.
fantastic.
I shouldn't have any dropouts on the computer, but on my phone, it's a shit show.
I want to cry.
Do it.
No. I'll make you happy.
Yes.
Anyway, apparently you do need to attune to the stone. Well, there you go. So, anyway, so is there anything else you guys are doing, or can I carry on?
I mean, I would imagine Arvir, now knowing what he
Alvi
knows,
would have told everyone what she said,
Right. Okay.
but I'd still have given the stone to SAL.
All right. At least Ezael knows why you were given the stones, or why he was given the stone, rather. So that's nice.
since I'm hyper focused on what he's talking about, I'm just really that's amazing, awesome. We got a great lead.
The world's at risk.
Do you think we should tell the prince?
Well, I've told him everything else.
Yeah, you're right. We got it kicked out of the rooms because you opened your mouth. That's right.
Shut the fuck up. You agreed.
I will throw a dagger at you.
Well, that's the thing you missed, Asher. So it's now canon that Mike Kelly is always the first one to get up. They spend like 4 hours of the morning before anyone else gets up, just drinking coffee like a champion. He is so twitchy by the time anyone else gets up that the moment they open the door, he just instinctively throws a dagger at them. However, because this has been going on for weeks now, all of you are just kind of used to it, and so whenever you open the door to the hallway, you just like, as like part of your morning routine, you just duck so that the dagger just sails over your head, and then you just keep going. Just completely used to it.
Nice.
Yeah, I've by this point I've probably consumed like 5 pots of coffee.
Yeah.
In 4 hours? That's not a lot of coffee.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of coffee.
That is.
It's not a lot of coffee.
You'll probably think
coffee is like 12. Well, hold on.
Anyway,
Right.
so let's continue on, shall we?
Yeah.
God, it's like herding
It's
kittens.
about 2.8 liters is a pot of coffee.
No, because kittens are adorable.
Oh my god, just move on.
Oh my god, I just want to stab Asher.
Specifically me.
I've got a dagger.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to roll your attack?
No.
Chris, will you please just get going?
Because I thought you guys were talking. Last I
No,
heard, Mike Hellion was saying something like, we should bring this to the prince, shouldn't we? Arvi said, yeah, that's a good idea. We've been telling him everything. And then, yeah, they had that little kind of side tangent thing. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that all you're saying to
Yeah.
each other?
That's all I've got to say. I'm just twitching in a chair, staring at Arvir.
Okay. Well, so, not long afterwards, you guys then taken to the training grounds and you do start your training for the next week. I'm assuming none of you are changing the bonuses you get from that training.
No.
Okay, excellent. And then yeah, unless you guys do otherwise, your week will proceed of just you doing training and then being taken back to your rooms. The cycle continues. Do you want to do anything to break that cycle?
Well, I mean, have we come across the prince at all at this point?
No, he's the prince. He's
I thought that he'd come down and watch us train every now and again. Wasn't that
every now and again, but not this. No.
Alright, well, I wasn't aware, So I was kind of waiting for that.
Yeah. It's not like it's up to your characters whether you would just simply wait until the end of the week hoping that the prince shows up, or if you would do something.
I would rather get the prince's take on it because he would have a better, understanding of probably what to do after that with that information. Because he's around the castle more often, at the very least.
Although, don't forget though, before you go see the prince, magic is outlawed in the
I've been
country.
waiting for you to bring that up.
You can bring it up. If you remember, your character would certainly remember. So maybe when Mike Hellion suggested talking to the prince, maybe Arvi could have gone, wait a minute.
We have to remember that magic is outlawed.
I mean,
You know,
yeah, I
Can't.
don't think we've done anything. Magic.
I mean, except talk with a
Stone's magic.
ghost who talks through a magical stone.
That's true. So I guess we don't bring it up to the prince.
No.
No. That would not be a good idea.
But a demon being here, a demon is an inherently magical, or demonic presence rather, is an inherently magical thing. We've got a ghost,
Yeah.
which is an inherently magical thing, which is worrying.
Well, what did this ghost say anything about where it could be?
The ghost thinks it could be attached to one of the participants in our trials.
Technically speaking, the ghost didn't say participant, they said someone involved. So whether that's a participant or one of the guards escorting everybody, one of the judges, you don't know.
Hmm.
It's up to. But if
Alright,
Arvi interprets that as participant, that's yeah.
Well, at
I
the moment, his theory is that it's a participant.
Arvi does a lot of theorizing and the other word.
Fucking up.
Yeah.
I take out the stone and I try and tap it with my finger like, hello? Are you there?
No response.
Demon lady.
I mean, so was this a retcon and this is still you guys in the morning, or is this after like the first day of training?
Yeah, this is like after the first day of training.
Yeah,
Alright.
it can happen at any time.
Well, either way, you wouldn't be attuned to the stone yet, because that's like during a long rest, isn't it? I can't remember actually.
No, 1 hour.
No, it's just a short rest.
A short rest, right? You probably took that during
Yeah.
the day, like during your break, lunch break or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're attuned to the stone. That's fun. But yeah, no response.
Are you sure that this stone spoke to you?
Well, no, not the stone, the ghost. The ghost spoke to me.
Right. Okay. Well, let's just wait for the ghost to contact us again.
Well, the only time it's contacted me is during the night, so
Right.
probably our best bet.
Guess we'll have to wait for the night.
I mean, it's probably late evening now. Like the sun's already setting.
Before bed, could I go around and without a guard in the room, preferably?
Yeah, there are no guards in your room. There are guards stationed out the front of your door. If you go onto the balcony and look down, you'll see guards there, and you'll see guards kind of looking up at your balcony from across like a small garden that your balcony looks onto.
All right, and I'll start like moving around the room, tapping on walls and checking behind tapestries and trying to see if there's a passageway in here.
There is not.
All right.
You guys have like a vague kind of idea of, because like you guys explored the tunnels fairly extensively, and you know like a couple of the rooms that have access to them and all that, but you know, like the moment you were moved in here, you were pretty certain that no, this room didn't have a entranceway.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, then I'll probably ask the guards either tonight or the next morning if we're allowed to travel around the castle while escorted.
They also, yes, if as long as you're escorted, you can travel to basically anywhere within the grounds within reason.
I'll just be like, God damn it, thank you. And I'll just walk back in.
They're confused, like, did they want to go somewhere unreasonable? And then that was it. They don't say that out loud. It's just that's what their expression on their face conveys.
Fair.
And yeah, so unless you guys do anything else, the next morning, like the next day, exact same thing. Like you go through your training.
No ghost?
No ghost. I thought RV talked to the guards in the morning, or was that in the evening?
Oh, in the evening or the morning, either way, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, either way, you guys go to sleep again, and no ghost appears to tell Ezael what to do.
All right. The next day, I'll start with an escort. I'd like to go to the library and just sort of.
Your training with the captain of the guards will begin shortly. You should at least go there and see if you can get the day of training from him first.
I mean, in the evening, like after the standard training and stuff.
I see. Then yeah, sure. There you go. Yep, that's all right.
Yeah, I'd imagine I'd tag along as well.
So they kind of like when Mike Kelly and like officer join, the guards walk in the room, goes, "Well, does everyone want to come along? Because it does make things a little bit easier."
Yeah. All right.
And I'm assuming Saga City comes along as well. Oh shit, dropped my die. And yeah,
do you come along as well?
Yep, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Roman, he's here.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's been unmuted for a while.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are escorted to the library. Actually, that being said, because it's late evening, you might actually find the prince here. He's just kind of strolling, like between the bookshelves, seeming to browse what's there, seeing like anything takes his fancy. Yeah. But other than that, the library is completely deserted.
I only heard the word fancy.
Did I say the word fancy? Oh, take his fancy. Yeah, take his fancy. Yeah, the prince is in the library browsing the books, probably looking for something to read.
Ah,
Mm.
I'll greet the prince.
Oh, that's unusual to see anyone in the library at this time, or in general, actually. What brings you four here?
Well, I didn't realize that we're allowed to travel with an escort. So I'm doing some investigating.
I'm pretty sure you would have been told that when you first arrived.
I can't remember. I thought
No,
we
we
were
definitely
meant to
were
be in the
told
room.
that.
I'm pretty
Were
sure
we?
you.
we were told that 100%. I heard it. I
Oh, good.
remembered it.
Oh, good.
Because I remember I went to the bar and got absolutely plastered, wasted.
No, you
Oh,
snuck out
it's
to go to the
right.
bar.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you snuck out, you bastard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I snuck out for that.
Yeah,
That's
you're not allowed to
right.
leave the castle grounds, but they said like you know you basically have to be escorted at all times and have an eye kept on you.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm just sort of looking around because this is, if memory serves, this is the last place I knew I'd tracked the killer to.
It was too, yeah. I forgot about
Yeah. So I'm basically doing a thorough investigation because I seem to remember I couldn't find an entrance to the tunnels in this room.
that. No, I thought you
So-
did. Like you rolled really fucking well and you found the entrance.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, it's the garden one you guys didn't find.
Oh,
Not from the outside, anyway.
Oh shit! Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I remember you like rolling really well and finding it.
I don't remember.
Well, either way, it's been like several weeks since then anyway, and you guys explored the tunnels thoroughly. I will say you know where the entrance is.
All right. Yeah. In that case, hmm. With an escort, would we be allowed in those tunnels?
Do you ask that in character or?
Yes.
The prince goes, we've talked about this before. Yes, you can investigate the tunnels as long as there are guards there watching you.
All right. Cool. We might do a bit of that then. Enjoy your reading.
I'm gonna stay in the library.
What's with this sudden vigor to investigate? You were never this keen before, this eager.
I was.
Well,
I just
we've
didn't think I was allowed out of the room.
Oh, I
to that.
see.
That's a failing on me.
I see.
He's dumb.
I'm
Well-
not dumb. Mostly. What is that laugh?
Well, I am at least glad that you're taking this seriously. That's good, I suppose.
That's the grave.
What?
That's it. It's a saying. Serious
No,
as the grave.
Silent as the grave. I've never heard serious as the grave before.
It
No,
is.
it's
It's a real
It's
thing.
Is
a common
I know
saying.
serious is a heart attack,
That's another one. That's a good one.
but I've never heard serious is the grave.
Hmm.
It's a thing.
Maybe just a
It is.
European thing.
European thing. I was gonna say.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Sounds like a loser thing.
I agree with Travis.
That's not often.
That is really rare, yeah.
Boy, do we hate each other.
Well,
I destroyed
shall
Travis's
we-
car just because I could.
shall we bid farewell to the good prince?
Well, my Kellington's going to stay with the prince. But,
Yeah, I'm gonna read up on like demon books. Like if any information on demons, I'm gonna search for it.
okay. Well, roll me an investigation check.
Oh, this is not gonna go good. Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised with that.
It's not too bad.
That's a good roll for
Okay.
only having one.
Fuck, actually, you probably would
investigation.
find. Yeah, no, you probably would find something. So you quite quickly, while like kind of looking through the library and all that, realize that there is nothing on magic in this library. Absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
You suspect that anything that the library might once have contained about magic has probably since been destroyed. However,
Yeah.
so you then start looking into other areas, looking into like nature and biology things and what have you. Nothing there. But you go into history, and you actually find um, a historical account, or like not even actually no fuck that you wouldn't go into history. You'd go into like
Religion.
folk stories, not religion, like folk stories. You think, well, if magic doesn't have it, maybe like sometimes fairy tales have a grain of truth into them. I'll look there. And so you start looking like folk tales and all that, and there is a old legend about how the kingdom of this place, uh, Ventil, how that came to be. And it tells a story of, you know, like these human tribes banding together to face like a great like army of evil. But that's probably all you really get that mentions that even slightly hints at demons, an army of evil that these human clans apparently, at one point in history, supposedly that was their uniting force, and from there, the Kingdom of Ventil was born. You have no idea how accurate that is, if at all. Yeah. As for Arvir and Eziel, while Mycelian starts wandering through the library, you guys open and enter into the secret passageway.
I
Two
think Saga
guards.
City was Missouri.
Yeah, where is Saga City? You're a fucking idiot, Asher.
I'm
What
tired.
about me?
Well-
Did you go with them into the tunnels, or did you stay back with me in the library?
In the tunnels.
Alright. So two guards stay behind with Mycelian, and the other 6 follow Saga City, Arvir, and Eziel into the tunnels.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing now that it's potentially demonic,
Do we have any idea what to look for?
Not really, no. What would
Uh,
you be looking for?
especially seeing as there is all of the people who were participants have been moved to rooms without entrances to the tunnel. Have there been any attacks since?
Fuck, when did you guys get sent? When did you guys get sent? I can't remember.
So, good question, Chris.
Fucking hell.
Because basically, if there's been no attacks since people have been moved, I'm going to start investigating the rooms that they were in.
Come to think of it, I don't think there has been. I think the prince approached you guys after the second attack. I think there's only been 2 attacks so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there has been any attacks.
In which case, I'll start investigating the rooms that the other participants have left.
I really wish I kept your guys' old room instead of and like made a new one for your new room instead of just editing the old one, because I would just take you to there.
You can duplicate rooms.
I can, but I didn't do that.
Well, you can do that now with our room.
Yeah, but then you just have an
Okay.
identical room to your current one. I wanted the one that was identical to your old one.
I thought you just flipped the old one, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was really hard to do.
You know, you can just select everything and then
Yeah,
like spin it, right?
except when you go to spin, like when your mouse thing moves over the edge of the map, it stops moving it and stops spinning it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I
Then
did.
shrink it down and spin it, and then expand it again.
Oh, it's such a pain in the ass to do.
You
Or
don't
we can
have
just
to.
continue
And I'm
on
not
our
going
lives
to
like
either.
that, too. Can we play the game?
So, yeah, how do you know which rooms formerly contained contestants? That's a good question.
Well, we investigated before. But didn't we find out?
Oh, actually, yeah, you did too. I know there were no. None of the contestants had rooms. I remember now. As in, like, they didn't have rooms connected to the secret tunnels. The prince moved everyone because he was worried that just moving you four would seem suspicious, and so and people might search your old rooms and accidentally find these tunnels and what have you. So we had all of them moved. Came up with some generic excuse as to why all the champions need to be moved, but none of the other champions' rooms connected to these secret tunnels.
Right.
I remembered that.
Wow.
You guys need to be proud of me. Oh fuck! I dropped the USB.
I am. Good job.
Thank you.
So none of them are connected, which means that we wouldn't know which rooms they were. I can ask the guard, can't I?
Ask them what?
Where the other contestants, where the other contestants' rooms were.
He just kind of looks and goes, "Why do you want to know that?"
Because I'd like to know which ones were closest to a tunnel entrance and to look through the rooms for any signs of anything.
It sounds like you're trying to pin this on the opposition.
No, I'm trying to investigate the opposition. There's a big difference.
All right. I personally don't know where all of them reside, but you can probably ask the prince. He was involved in moving all their rooms.
Damn it. Well, thank you, and I'll start moving back towards the prince.
Okay.
Surely someone else would have known, not just the prince.
No, other people would have. It's not the guards escorting you. Their
But why
primary
not?
focus is escorting you guys.
Yeah, but surely they cycle the guards through watching different people.
Nope. They
Or do
really
we
don't.
always have the same guards?
There is a group of guards, but those guards cycle between generic guard duty and watching you. But it's a pretty small group of guards. You would probably recognize the faces of all of them, if not their names.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What are their names?
I'm
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ben,
Don't need the information.
John, Dave, Alan, Keith, Kylie, Michelle,
We're done. We're good. That's it.
Nat.
I forgot their names already.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Forgettable assholes.
So, I just keep dropping my die. So you walk back to the prince. You basically step into the corridors, look around a bit, ask the guard a question, and then walk out. The prince will probably look up at you when you re-enter. Actually, goes, "That was quick. Did you find something?" Or
No.
I see. Why the quick turnaround then?
Because we realized that we weren't really sure what we were looking for. So we've come back to try and do some research.
So you left your rooms, asked the guards to escort you, walked all the way to the library, found the entrance to the tunnels, triggered them, opened them and entered, and only then realized you didn't know what you were looking for.
Well, we take things in our own order.
I see. You're certainly a strange lot.
I was muted that whole goddamn time.
Hilarious.
Can somebody just kill me now?
Oh, I
Can-
want to.
God damn it.
Goliath.
Yeah, I knew exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for the other contestants' rooms and to find out who was closer or had easy access to the tunnels. However, our friend here, and I motion to the guard, doesn't know where they are. We're hoping you might be able to tell us so that we can investigate, or if
Do
you
you,
could direct me to somebody who knows.
you suspect one of the contestants of committing these murders?
Well, the murders weren't happening before we all arrived.
This is true,
Were they?
but you all arrived
I
at
mean,
different times.
I will also point out that you very specifically chose criminals and such for this. Just pointing it out.
Well, only
No,
your
we
group
didn't
and
actually.
those assassins are criminals.
Yes. That's 2 out of 3 groups.
There's
Four.
4 groups.
2 out of 4 groups.
I imagine that's
I-
canon too.
Yeah,
I can-
that's good. Oh, and I'm really regretting my choice of champions.
No, we're good. We're good. We're just having a bit of a trouble right now.
I can only hope you'll irritate my father as much as you've irritated me.
I'm sure we will.
Meanwhile, this whole
Fantastic.
interaction's going on. I'm just reading books. Just
Yeah,
fervently.
you're somewhere else in the library. I don't know where you are. I haven't exactly catalogued the entire fucking library and mapped it all out.
Yeah, I just love that this dysfunctional fucking squad of group of people just
Yeah,
pissing the prince off, and
It's
the
like-
fourth is just reading books.
so like the no offense to everyone else, but the smartest, most together character here is off reading books, and he left the Three Stooges to talk to the prince. Is that an accurate
Yeah,
summary? Do you guys reckon?
That's about right.
Yeah, nice. Okay,
Mm.
fantastic, fan-fucking-tastic.
But at the same time, the most intelligent acting and together person is probably the person with the lowest actual intelligence score.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. 1. It's 1.
So anyway, the prince responds, "Well, yes. Now that you mention it, the killings did start after all 4 groups arrived, but we also hired more staff to accommodate the large influx of continual guests, shall we say, long-term guests."
Oh. Interesting.
You've given me
How
somewhere to
many-
look, at least. Oh no.
How many of those peoples came with us on the trials?
He kind of cocks his head at that and goes, "That's an oddly specific question. Why do you ask?"
Because that if it was somebody that wasn't at the trials, it would make perfect sense to commit murders then. Because there'd be less guards, less people around who might come across the killings as they're happening.
don't think you understand just how many people work in the castle. We're not exactly diminishing our military force by any noticeable means to run these challenges. Not to mention all the additional staff and that as well. The castle is constantly busy. Have you seriously not left your room since you arrived here, other than to go to the training?
I didn't think I was allowed.
My word.
Again, we're fairly certain you didn't make it clear that we were allowed. You said that this is your room. There will be guards stationed outside.
I
No
said no
one
such
said
thing.
anything about being allowed to leave with an escort.
I was not the one who brought you to your rooms.
Well, whoever did forgot to mention that the guards could take us somewhere else.
If
You
you wanted to
can't-
know,
Yes.
you should have asked.
You can't remember who took you to your rooms. I'm not exactly trusting your memory here.
Wait, why are we
Nixonite
trusting
is very
memory?
correct. This is the least productive
Because
session ever.
Ezreal can't even Ezreal thought the prince was the one who personally escorted the four of you to your rooms your first night here.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. That's
Like,
right.
is-
Said it like twice before now.
Can I point something out? I just want to make a quick clarification and advocate for my buddy here, Roman. It is not the Three Stooges. It is just the Two Stooges.
Okay, sure.
That is fair.
Roman really hasn't done much Stooge-like stuff, and I feel like it's
No,
not
no,
fair.
It's not
That's
the
true.
Stooges, it's Dumb and Dumber.
It is Dumb and Dumber.
Dumber.
Yeah.
Free my boy Roman from such a terrible title.
Hey, what the fuck were we
Poor
on
man.
about? So the prince turns back to Arvia, just mentally making a list of a mental note of Ezreal was talking to, is he? Oh, I know, I laughed at that.
He's
Anyway,
alright sometimes.
no, that was a mental thing. The prince didn't say that out loud.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, so the prince turns back to Ivy and goes, "So why do you want to know which staff members were at the tests?"
Well, to my mind, they and us participants are probably the most likely candidates.
I don't think they are. The people who are running the tests are typically administrators who have been here a long time. They are the ones acting as your judges, and then the guards that escort the four groups, all of whom are seasoned guards. They have been with us many years.
I see.
But why do you wish?
So,
Why do you suspect any of them as being the culprits for these murders?
well, I did say that I thought that, like, less people who can get in the way. I obviously misunderstood how much military you keep in your castle at all times. But
It's
in
Well,
any
it's
easier.
not
case,
just
a
military.
smaller
It is
pool-
also the cleaning staff, the cooking staff, maids,
well,
butlers. Some of the lords who have come to watch the champion bout have brought their own staff. There's quite a lot of staff we have here at the castle, especially
In
for
a case, it's more likely that it's someone hired here.
somebody
Since
recent, surely.
that.
someone
Do we think it is anyone here? Do we think it is a staff member? Do we think it's anyone hired by the castle? As you have brought to my attention, there appears to be a secret way of entering the castle. I personally am suspecting that is how they've been getting in and out, and that the murderer resides outside of the castle grounds.
I suppose, but it's a bit
for
difficult
now-
now that there's been so much traffic. But the dust in the tunnels suggested, if I remember correctly, suggested that nobody had come in from outside.
The prince kind of like rubs his chin as he says that and goes, "I see.
Anyway, we shouldn't come to any hasty conclusions just yet. We simply do not know enough.
I agree with
Still-
Ezael. We acting hasty could be very bad. What happens if we accuse someone, execute them for their crimes, and it turns out we're wrong?
That'd be a bit
generally-
hasty to execute someone. Surely
But also,
somebody who would
if
be
we
locked
if
up
we
if the killing stopped, then you execute.
But the
If
problem with
we're
that is if the
about-
killer shut up. If the killer is aware that we've arrested someone, would they not then stop their killings as to make the arrested individual seem guilty?
True.
well, that implies that the killer is doing these killings deliberately. So far, they've seemed savage and random.
They have, but that doesn't mean there isn't a deliberate thought behind it. The fact that they know
Yes,
of the tunnels
but
and
my
use Go-
point is, we do not know whether these killings are the workings of some bestial force or an insidious killer. We simply are lacking too much crucial information.
the fact
The
that
other
they know
thing is
how to use the tunnels and are capable of doing so, they are clearly intelligent.
True.
There is no doubt about that.
As long as you don't broadcast the arrest, you simply detain these people. You don't even need to tell those who must know why they're being detained. And then if the killings stop for, say, a week or a month or however long it takes, then you can perform the execution if you like. If the killings start again, you know that it had to have been somebody who knew. And
He kind
that
of like, again,
reduces your
he strokes his
your
chin a bit and goes, "That's actually a very good idea. If we conjure up unrelated charges, we can arrest them for something completely different. If they're not the murderer themselves would have no reason to suspect anything otherwise.
True.
However, there's also the chance that the murderer could potentially know that I'm already in this investigation, but I should be able to organize someone else making the arrest and laying the charges and all that. That is quite doable.
The best would be if you took somebody from outside of the castle, say a local detective, or well, not. There's probably not detectives, but you know what I mean. Some sort of investigator in the guard might make the arrest outside of the castle rather than one of the people inside of the castle.
Well, it's entirely dependent on who we're arresting here, but yes. You need to understand that a lot of the staff, not all, but a lot, also sleep in the castle. So there'd be no point bringing outside guards in to arrest them.
Fair.
But that is a very good idea. You do have your moments sometimes. Yes, I think
I like to think that I have my moments of bad.
I see. Well, either way, I think I'm glad I put you into this investigation. You're proving your worth.
Well, it's kind of my job right now.
I suppose. But that doesn't.
Alright, well,
That's all well and
Well-
good for down the track. We don't have anyone to accuse yet, though. So, what are the four of you going to do?
keep investigating. What else can we do?
And do you have any leads, any ideas yet?
Nothing concrete.
What about that which is not concrete?
Well,
Uh,
I've already put out my theory of it being somebody involved in the trials, but as you've said, that's not particularly fruitful or likely. But
Not
I think
necessarily that's not likely, but it's not certain.
yes,
we're
but starting with a
considered
small pool seems like a good idea to me. However, that's chosen.
Interesting. I went the other route. I started with a large pool and tried to narrow it in. But very well.
Well, yes, but if you're going to quit that pool of people, you can start with another.
Fair enough. Just a different way of going about it, I suppose. Again, another good reason I brought you four along.
Anyway, I think we're done here. Anyone else need something from you?
If you could get me in contact with somebody who could tell me which rooms, I would like to do some investigating, if I may.
I suppose why not? Yes, I know where the rooms are. I mean, there's only 3 other rooms. Would you like to go there now, or did you want me to simply tell you? It's easier to show, if I'm honest.
That's fair.
Castle can be rather labyrinthy. That word.
Labyrinthine.
Yeah. Pretend the prince can pronounce that word at
I'm
times.
sure he could.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it though if you wish to rest and read your books as you were. I'm sure if we know which rooms, we can find them.
No, honestly, the main reason I came out to the library was to just get away from it all. Nobody comes here. Apart from you four, apparently.
Well, I do like my books.
I just shout from the background while reading books. I like it here.
He smirks and goes, yes, so do I. Anyway, come, I'll show you. Mike Kelly, are you coming with?
Yeah, come along.
Yeah.
Close the book that the final book that I read is the book about the like the demons or whatever.
Yeah, the
That
folktale books. It's a collection of like random ass folk tales from Ventil.
Yeah, I just closed that book. I put it back on the shelf.
Okay. And then so he just takes you to the castle, and just fucking 3 ass random rooms. I don't care.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll 3 investigation checks?
Well, I want to know exactly what you are looking for.
I'm looking for any signs of like
demon juice.
So if there's signs that somebody hasn't been sleeping, if there's signs of strange scratches, or and I'd also like to know which ones are closest to entrances to the tunnels.
Okay.
Or would have the best ability to reach one of those tunnels without being seen.
Alright, let me roll the dice to decide that. Alright, so the room that was the closest to any of the tunnels was the room occupied by the assassin people.
Of course.
As for the other stuff, feel free to make an investigation check if you want, 1 for each room. Tell me which order you're doing in, though.
So let's go with the assassins, the barbarians, and the guards.
Okay.
So we got assassins, barbarians. What is wrong with me? And the guards. What the hell?
I
don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I got pretty good rolls.
Why are there so many rolls?
I rolled 2 natural ones.
For fuck's sake. You're lucky you found the fucking door.
Lucky you found the door.
Oh. So. All right. Okay. I see what happened. I was confused by Mike Kelly and Ivy. I got them mixed up. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled beautifully.
What
696.
was that 17 you rolled for before? Like, what was that about?
That was the library.
Oh yeah. All right. So I can tell you straight off the bat. No, SIL didn't find anything. Oh wait. Before I say that, actually, what was the order again? It was
Assassin's barbarian assassin.
Assassin, barbarian.
Or
guard. All right.
yeah.
All right.
Guard,
So
yeah.
ABG. So yeah, SIL doesn't find anything. Mykelian doesn't find anything, and Arvir doesn't find anything. So there were no scratch marks in any of the rooms. It's hard to tell whether anyone wasn't sleeping because it's been a few nights since you guys all shifted rooms, and all the beds have been made nice and clean since then by the castle staff and what have you. The rooms haven't been used in like a good solid week or however long, so yeah. It's you don't really find any of those things that are listed as to what he wanted to find.
Okay. The assassins being closest to the entrance was very convenient.
Mm.
Strangely so. Because surely they'd be the people that wouldn't necessarily. Although people didn't get to choose their rooms, did they? There was no.
Well, you didn't get to choose your room, that's for certain.
Okay.
You can ask the prince if you like.
Oh, he came with us, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would ask if anybody requested a certain room or didn't like their previous room or anything like that.
No, they did not know.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I've found nothing of note. I assume there wasn't anything else that I just sort of saw as I was looking around that stood out.
Well, not really, because all their personal belongings would have been taken out anyway. So no, it's a standard castle room. It's like what yours looks like if you guys didn't live there, and also without the food and all that.
Yes.
I'm gonna need to go AFK for a bit. I have to take a big ol' shit.
Nice. But you're such a small person. See, little do people know, this is how Danish people reproduce. They just lay a massive egg.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's like a Yoshi.
exactly.
It's like a Yoshi. Oh, poor Yoshi.
So,
Oh god.
what do you guys do now?
I'll speak to the prince again just quickly and basically say I assume that you don't want us investigating any of your staff or guests.
No, I don't particularly mind. I have a personal attendant, and there is a regular staff who clean my room and all that, but while the attendant is officially under my employee, nobody else is.
I see. So they're all under the employ of the king, technically.
Technically, yes, although we typically say the castle or the estate. Yes, just to differentiate from the king's personal assistant and such.
I see.
Yes. The crown. A crown's another term we use as well.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, at this point, I'm not sure if there's much more investigating we can do until another incident occurs, other than just keeping a general weather eye.
I see. Honestly, that's the kind of mindset I've been stuck in for over a week now. Just they keep managing to slip between our fingers. It's rather frustrating. Well, if we're all done in here, I should probably lock the rooms again. And actually, would the rooms be locked? No, it says they wouldn't be. Well, if we're all done here, it's getting rather late. I should probably head back to my own chambers.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Well, farewell, you four. Good luck with your tests, your competition, and with the investigation.
Thank you.
I will
And,
be seeing you. And he
enjoy
leaves.
your evening.
It'll be like he started turn away when he said it. He goes, "It'll mostly be sleeping at this point, but I'll try. Enjoy your evening." And yeah, he'll walk away.
As the prince walks away, I whisper, "What if it's the prince?"
That's not the prince.
Just saying.
I assume it's not the prince.
It's like Death Note. He followed his own investigation, so he didn't get caught.
I'm sorry, as Mike Kellyan says, it's like Death Note. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Death Note's canon in this universe.
It's a famous book series.
I see. That's just thrown right now. To be honest, it's just...
Would Avi have read those book series though? Who knows?
Avi probably has. He's read
Yeah.
plenty of books, but
Yeah,
he's very confused when it's used in. Oh god.
Good times.
Well, if you guys don't do or say anything else, I assume you go back to your rooms and you spend yet another ghostless night.
Yeah.
Not being harried by a ghost. And again, same thing in the morning. You wake up. Mike Kellyan throws a dagger at probably Eziel, who just instinctively ducks when he opens the door. You go to your training, and you head back in the evening. Anything you want to do this evening?
I've got nothing in particular now.
Then you spend another night just staying in your rooms. However, this night, probably shortly before, actually probably shortly after Mike Kellyan gets up, after his 4 hours of trancing, you hear a scream. Another scream. But unlike the first time, I think it was, the screaming doesn't stop straight away. The screaming keeps going, and it sounds close. And as they scream and scream, you hear you can even catch some words like, "Oh God, no! Please help! It's..." And then it suddenly just goes quiet.
I'm probably sprinting out the front door at this point.
As soon as I heard it, I'd have started to make my way.
Sprinting towards the location.
It's what I'd assume as well. So you guys open the door. All 6 of your guards are there, swords drawn. No, sorry, it's 8 of the guards. All 8 of the guards are there, swords drawn. And they just look at you and they're like, "Are we going?"
Yes.
Yeah. I'm assuming all 4 of you are going. And so the 12 of you book it down this corridor. When you're probably halfway down the corridor that your room is, that's when the
I'm back.
Hi back. Just a quick summary for you. It's guys, it's been another day. It's now evening again. You guys heard screaming, a cry for help, suddenly cut short. You're now running down the corridor.
I'll be back.
Oh boy.
For fuck's sake, stop leaving! Why is everyone leaving at the same time?
I don't know.
Anyway.
They all leave in the end.
Yeah. I don't know why I found that so funny. Probably because I relate.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Anyway,
something cruel on TV. No, I'm not gonna
go on.
say it.
No, you have to say it
No.
now. No, you have to.
Let's go. Mama. Mama.
Oh, that was good. Oh, I like that one. Any- anyway, so it's like
There's a hell. I'm going.
you fucking swan dived into hell.
Triple backflip corkscrew.
Anyway, so you guys like are barely out of your rooms, like I don't know, like only a few meters away from your door when the cry for help suddenly gets cut short. And then like so you keep running. You round like you round a corner, go down another hallway, round another corner again. And that's where you see the body. He's just lying on the ground. It looks like this time their face has been caved in a little bit and their neck has snapped. But
Okay.
also you'll notice immediately that they are holding a dagger. It looks like this person at least tried to defend themselves.
I will immediately use my racial ability. So I get advantage on wisdom checks, and I will look around to see if I can see or hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Okay, perception advantage.
You do hear something. In fact, anyone with a passive perception of I think 14 or higher would hear this. You hear footsteps running.
Footsteps.
That sound like they're running away as they slowly get fainter.
This way. And I just go sprinting in the direction of the footsteps.
I immediately sprint after him.
I'm assuming you're all going.
Hell yeah. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
All right. So
Let's go.
you guys, like you sprint down that hallway. You ran like the first corner you can. You sprint down that hallway, and even though like you guys are running, it sounds like the footsteps, if anything, are getting slightly more faint, but still loud enough that you can follow. And it leads you to a hallway, and you hear a door slam, and then you round a corner into a hallway, and you are in an area where you know one of the rooms here has an entranceway to the secret tunnels.
Oh.
Do we know which one?
Roll me an investigation check. All of you can.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check. Also, is that door locked that slammed shut?
You'd have to know which door it is.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
I rolled an 18 investigation check.
Well,
Do I know?
yes, you do. You know exactly which
Alright.
door it is. Is just what? Yeah, like being a rogue, you're very kind of familiar with like urban layouts and all that. So in your mind, you can almost picture where the kind of entranceway for the tunnels would be roughly in relation to you, and therefore which room is like closest to that entranceway. And you just like point at one of the doors to go, that one. And it is unlocked.
Alright, I go flying into that room.
Alright. It is empty, however.
Hmm. Well, I'd assume they went
Where's
down
the
the tunnel
tunnel?
now. Yeah.
That's the thing. So while you know roughly like that the tunnel is in this room, these are secret like entranceways and all that. You don't know just by looking where they are.
I just start ripping down tapestries, knocking over furniture.
Alright.
Yeah.
You don't find anything. Would you like to make an investigation check?
Yeah.
Sure.
God bless, please, somebody. Oh, Asher,
no.
please.
And then there is Saga City if Roman's still here.
Yeah, Roman. Please roll an investigation check for the love of God.
Why am I rolling so absolutely poorly?
Oh, thank God.
I mean, you haven't rolled at all, Arivir.
Yeah, you haven't rolled at
is
all.
this another investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank God.
I love it when my players listen to my ramblings as a DM.
It doesn't really matter. Oh my God.
So,
What the fuck?
at almost the exact same time, Saga City and Arvir claim they have found the door.
Oh.
Well, only one of them has obviously found it.
Yeah, but do the characters know which one?
Yeah, I immediately side
Yeah,
with
the
Saga
one that's
City.
an actual door.
Well, he hasn't opened it. They just know where it is. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
immediately
just-
side with Saga City.
Yeah, it only takes like a second later that Saga City triggers the door to open. And Arvy's just left standing at a blank wall looking like a fucking idiot.
And with
Have I
that, I
rolled
sprint
over
down the
six?
tunnel.
Well, that's the thing. So you guys open the door and you instantly step in. So the way the room works, so pretend this doorway here is the secret entrance to the tunnel. You guys step in and the corridor goes both down this way and down the other way. So
Do I need to roll another investigation check?
no. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't know what you're investigating.
To see if I could tell which way it went.
Sure. Like roll me or a nature check, either sign.
Let's switch it up. Nature check, baby. 14.
Well, I'll give you that because I don't think anyone else is rolling. Yes, you can see that there are slight footprints in the dust going to the left, which quite quickly kind of rounds a corner in the tunnel works. I'm assuming you go that way.
Yeah.
So all four of you book it, and when you turn the corner, you see down this relatively long hallway. It kind of ends in a T intersection where you can go either left or right again. But standing just before that intersection, kind of looking at his shoulder where he's been cut, you see one of the great big hulking barbarian people, who I personally named Dwayne, but you guys can name whatever the fuck you want. He has
Dwayne
no
is
canonical name.
perfect.
Dwayne is perfect. I thought so.
Dwayne is a perfect name.
Yeah. So Dwayne is kind of standing, but because he's looking at his shoulder and seeing the damage, he sees out the corner of his eye. You guys round the corner. He looks at you, looks concerned for a second, but then smiles, reaches into his pouch, pocket, whatever he has, and pulls out a scroll. Which he
I
Oh wait, no!
I draw
changed
my
that.
sword and sprint at him.
I did change that actually. So feel free to. Feel free to roll initiative if you want, but it'll be. I'm not going to bring up the table or anything. It's going to be a very loose initiative. And I'll bring up Dwayne's. On you, Dwayne.
So I didn't.
Okay. So, I don't know why you rolled twice, Mike Ellion. We'll go
I
to the
didn't
first
have
one.
I didn't have my thing selected, so I
No,
little.
You don't need to. It's all right.
Oh, okay. So we'll just count the 19 then.
Yeah, that's fine. Not that it matters. Dwayne got 4. So, I'm not sure if Saga City wants to roll initiative or not. That's up to them. But you all kind of start sprinting down this corridor. So we'll say you get 60 feet down. So you're getting quite close to him. But on his turn, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an orb, which he just throws to the ground, and a massive cloud of smoke just erupts around him, completely obscuring the end of the hallway and Dwayne.
Nice.
Okay.
Somebody else came out and threw the smoke down.
No, Dwayne pulled something from his pocket and threw it down, and smoke came out
Okay.
everywhere.
I
just
go
fire an
sprinting
arrow
into
and-
the cloud.
All right.
I'm just gonna fire an arrow in the general vicinity.
All right. Feel free to roll for that, Mycelian.
What?
We're doing a very loose initiative here, but Azael,
Okay,
you sprint into the smoke. You are surrounded by smoke.
I should still have my racial ability going,
Yeah. So
although it lasts for a minute.
yeah, it's probably been. It's probably still within a minute. Actually, this all happened very quickly. It'd be
All right.
close though.
I just say the accuracy.
But you would otherwise have disadvantage on any perception checks you want to make because you're in smoke.
Yeah.
Very thick smoke.
So I have. So I
So-
just have straight roll.
That is great accuracy, Mycelian. However, you don't hit anything, and you would technically have had disadvantage anyway.
Oh man.
I want to listen, smell for him.
You want to smell for him, okay?
Listen and smell, just perception check.
Alright. 12.
So the guard's been following us as well, right?
What I have had?
You guys just really you took them by surprise. They're a little bit further behind you. They're probably they're probably in the corridor behind you that you rounded the corner to enter this corridor. Let's roll.
But we recognize who it is now, though. So even if he smokes away, we could still get the guy. Right?
And that's the thing. So it's probably not that you don't hear footsteps, but they are echoing in this place. You can't tell if it's meant to be coming from left or right.
Oh wait,
Okay.
so he threw down the smoke bomb at an intersection.
Yes, he was standing just before the intersection, right before it, and he threw it at his feet basically, and it's created a large enough smoke cloud that's covered the intersection. And yeah,
Okay, well I'll roll a perception then.
Hold
with
up.
disadvantage.
My question.
Oh, this is that's not going to matter much.
Yeah, no.
My question still stands though. Does it doesn't really matter, right? Because we saw who it is, right?
Yeah, but wait, no, he used a smoke bomb. He didn't use a scroll.
Yeah. I was originally gonna have it as a scroll, but thought, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Not in this world. Exactly. I mean, technically speaking, scrolls would still work, but yeah, they're just really hard to get.
Yeah, because that was the thing, was that if he used a scroll, I'd have been like, he might not actually be that person.
Yeah.
Because
And if we could have captured him or followed him further, we could have found out if he was working with the rest of the barbarians or someone else.
So, if you guys don't do anything, the guards can rush up behind you and go, "Where is they? Did you find them? What's going on?"
I'm just gonna.
You saw who it is.
Actually, if I think back, can I sort of, in my mind, remember what directions each of these tunnels go?
Ooh, that's a good question. Roll me honestly, I suppose history check, because it's technically history.
Yeah.
It's your own history. But if you have a different suggestion, feel free to.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
You have no idea.
I don't get it.
So it's nature
Okay,
will
I'm
work here
gonna-
as well.
I'm gonna roll history just for that same fact, same exact thing. Let's see what do we got, Bang Bang.
I'm gonna roll a nature just because.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have not rolled over 10 this entire game.
Well, there you go.
I
Your
just rolled
initiative,
before
you did.
10.
You rolled an 11 for your initiative.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That's so much better.
Incredible.
Anyway, so yeah, Mycelian, you actually, again, as I was saying before, even when you ran into the room, you had a vague idea of where the tunnels were and all that. You've got a really good head for that kind of navigating stuff. You're pretty sure that to the right, you think it just connects to more rooms, like more rooms that people stay in, more living rooms, before it ends in just a dead end. But you also think to the left, ultimately that leads back to that intersection, which could lead down to the exiting the castle. It could lead to the library, it could lead to the gardens, it could lead to the throne room. It can basically lead to anywhere if you go left.
Oh man, that's a gamble. Because I mean, he could go left because it leads anywhere, but he could also go right because it leads into another room, which he could easily just walk out of.
So there's 6 guards with us, didn't you say?
8.
Yeah.
8 guards.
Yeah. This is 2 per person.
One of the guards says, "We closed the secret entrance when we came in, just in case."
Oh, good. Smart man.
Mm.
I like you. Genius. I'm gonna go with left. Go with left. It just makes more sense to go left.
Alright.
Because if
Well,
he goes
I'm
out
sort
right,
of
if he tries
thinking
to
of
leave them.
splitting up.
No, we should not split up. This guy could turn on us and kill us.
Yeah, but then he might not.
But we don't want to take that risk. I'd rather risk losing him than one of us getting, critically hurt.
But we've got guards with us who can do something.
Let's be honest. Come on now.
Anyway, I'll.
One of the guys goes, "Yeah, if we capture this guy, we'll be able to help." Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, we got it. Let's
That's
not
what
split up, please. Please, let's not split up.
I'm thinking the garden myself. All of this, by the way, happening super quickly. I'm not standing around.
Well, that's the thing. You guys have to convey this information somehow. So,
Well, basically, he would have split. I wouldn't have been able to tell where. Would have been like, oh, that sort of goes to the gardens.
well, you didn't know that. Like Kellyan did.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the left. Like, if people want to follow me, they can follow me, but I'm pretty sure it's to the left. To the right just seems too risky for the guy to go out, because if it's just out to more rooms, if he leaves through those rooms, people are gonna be like, "Hey, why are you walking around without your guards?" But if he can get back to his room specifically.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
One of the guards goes, "You guys do know that only you and the assassins are under guard, right? As you 2 groups are the only criminals here, right?"
Wait, the barbarians don't have. It's one of the barbarians, so the barbarians don't have guards.
They look shocked. Goes, "No, like there's like a basic escort to take them from their room to the training grounds and to the tests, but no guards aren't stationed at their doors or anything like that. Not like you guys."
What? So you're
They're
telling me?
all under suspicion. God damn it!
You're telling me that not only was everyone under suspicion, but you invited barbarians into your castle and you weren't keeping an eye on them?
Well, first of all, barbarians is a very harsh term. They are warriors for one of the western provinces of Ventil. They fight against various monsters.
That's not the important bit. There's strangers in your castle.
Yes, there's a lot of strangers at the castle. It's a castle.
Anyway, point is, he went left. It's one of the barbarians. Let's go.
How do you know they went left? I can't see anything through this smoke.
It's a gut check. It's just in my stomach. Left makes more sense.
Well, that's all we've got, and yeah, they'll follow you.
Left just makes more sense.
All right, and so you guys start
Let's
booking
hope you're right.
You guys start booking it down to the left. You make it to where that intersection is in the tunnels, but it is just a myriad of footprints here. With the guards having thoroughly searched these tunnels before, you have no idea where he went.
Can I try and track him?
You can if you like, but good luck with that. Make a
I don't
nature
get
or investigation.
You mean survival?
Survive. I forgot about survival. Yeah, survival, not nature. Survival or investigation. I'll accept either. Well, Mike Kellyan.
Good thing that, well, you know what?
Well.
I
So,
know there's stuff
no.
on the ground.
So, with absolute certainty, Eziel and Mike Kellyan think the freshest set of footprints went towards throne room.
Oh,
Well,
surprisingly useful.
we're certain that it went this way.
And Arvi has no idea.
I'm still thinking, like, surely they went to the gardens.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Okay, we immediately turn around and run right.
Run right.
I meant right, not left. Let's go back.
No, like the. So where you guys were before, going to the left would ultimately lead to either the throne room, the library, the gardens, or exiting the castle. And technically speaking, other rooms as well.
So Arveer thinks we should go to the garden, right?
Yeah, which is like one of the branches leading from this intersection. One of the other branches will lead ultimately to the king's throne room.
Let's go to the garden then. Brainiac idea.
I mean, both Mike Kellyan and Eziel think it's leading to the throne room. I will point out, you both believe that.
Yeah, but how did we get that information on lower rolls?
Yeah.
That's
the thing. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't give us just say something that's blatantly wrong when we get a low roll, because we know we have a low roll. First of all,
but I was hoping that you as players would not metagame it and would go, "My character believes this. I will act accordingly."
I did, but it just
the last intersection.
No, yeah, I mean it makes sense that we would, but it also just feels bad when we know it's just a blatant lie.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
I mean,
as
if
a
you
player,
want, I can retcon it and say none of you have any idea where they went.
That would be
it just makes more sense.
But I feel like we should go to the garden.
Okay.
I will
Which
trust
may or may not be
Arveer.
true.
Alright.
Probably not. We probably should have went right, but you know, fuck it.
Probably.
So you guys book it down to the gardens. I'm assuming you open the hidden entranceway, and again, you do not see anyone.
But we know it was Dwayne.
You do.
We know it was Dwayne. So it.
Did the guards see Dwayne?
No, but we all saw him. All four of us.
Yes, we all saw him, but we need to prove it to the guards.
We just talked to the prince, really.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, the prince will be talking to us shortly after another murder happening, so. We'll just save it for the prince, because we don't need the guards' approval. We need to convince the prince.
Alright. So you guys are currently in the gardens with like 8 guards. What are you doing?
We're gonna just head back to the crime scene, I think, is the best idea.
Alright, that's actually a good idea. Yeah. So you guys walk back to the crime scene. Again, there's just guards and there's like a group of people who've gathered now as well. The prince isn't there yet, but if you ask one of the guards, they'll say, "Yeah, we've sent for the prince. He'll be here shortly." Okay.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check for the meantime.
How
in the
about
general area, a general
what about
investigation check.
What about the barbarians? Have you sent guards to their room?
Are you asking the guards that are assigned to look after you guys, or did you ask one of the guards who were at the body, making sure people didn't, like keeping people away from the body?
I'm asking the ones that we've been talking.
Are we gonna
we need to get guards to the barbarians.
No,
the guards go, "We can't leave you here. We have been very explicitly instructed."
That's what I was about to say. Was why don't we go to the barbarians? The crime scene's going to be here when we get around to it, surely.
Sure, someone just has to go.
I'm gonna investigate the crime scene first.
All right. So the main thing of note that you spot, Mykellian, is that the dagger that the person's holding has blood on it. Black blood.
Whoa.
That's racist.
Oh yeah.
That's
fucked
exactly
up.
what he meant.
Yep.
I didn't know you could test DNA.
Black
already.
people. Yeah, the guy who's died. All the people who've been murdered have been black.
Oh.
I knew it.
And
Does the guy wear a white robe?
He might have been, and a large pointy hat. Called himself a wizard as well, weirdly enough. A grand wizard.
Magic here.
Who the fuck calls themselves a grand
Right.
wizard? It's so fucking stupid.
I guess I'll take off to the barbarian's room.
Okay, but I have a question. Like lore-wise, is DNA testing like a thing that is in this universe?
No. God,
Okay, I didn't
no.
know. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair
could we-
enough.
Could we test this blood in any way in this universe?
I mean, probably not really. Not any significant way that you might be thinking.
Maybe if we had magic.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Too bad.
Anyway,
Um,
so you start booking it towards the barbarian's rooms. Now, where's that?
I don't know, but I am very certain the guards do know.
They
don't.
don't. They are assigned to guard you four, not
Yeah.
the barbarians. They don't have a clue.
Yeah, that's why I said we should probably just wait here for the prince
God
and
damn.
investigate the general.
Wait,
area.
weren't we told where everyone's rooms were?
You were
The
told
old
where their
room.
old rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, the old room? Fuck's sake.
Why do my players never listen to me?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Maybe because all the information you give is fucking cryptic.
No, it's not. It just happens that English is your second language. I'm pretty sure, so that's probably
Yeah.
why
You're
you're
pretty
having a hard time.
Sometimes they
I mean,
insult what
yes,
English
and I
first.
also, and it's also way too early.
So I'm just saying, maybe it's not cryptic.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I genuinely keep forgetting that English is Delta's second language.
Yeah, he's actually really fluent at, like, he's good at English. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean he's better than most of us,
yeah.
Yeah.
and humble.
You should
too.
all be ashamed.
He's so humble.
Yeah, I am
think
the
my
most
English
humble
pretty good.
person I know.
Yeah.
Don't you all think my English is pretty good?
Oh, I hate you. You did it on purpose.
American.
Yeah.
It is a word. Deal with it.
It is not a word. Door
not.
is not a word.
It
Yeah.
means you all. It means you all. Foreigners can grasp it faster than you people can. It's amazing.
You all foreigners can.
Okay, you're just retarded.
No, that is not correct grammar.
It's not grammatically correct.
Yeah.
There was supposed
But
to be a
it's
pause
like-
there. A sentence
It's
ender.
like claiming that g'day is a proper word. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, g'day is more offensive.
What?
Come on
It's
now,
short
be
for
honest.
good day. G'day. No,
That's what I'm saying. Y'all is a word. Y'all is a word.
No, I can do something.
Anyway.
Well, that's the whole discussion about y'all.
Don't mind that.
It's more of a debate about whether contractions are words in themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway. What were we doing?
That being said,
Oh, yeah.
technically speaking, I think g'day is an Australian word.
You know what? Let's just move on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we investigate the crime scene, everybody, please? Thank you.
You did. You found the dagger.
Well, I was
It
gonna
had
say
blood
other
on it.
people. See if they can figure it out.
I'll investigate with my one intelligence.
I mean,
Hey, I got a
now
50,000.
that I know we're stuck here, might as well.
Dear Saga City, would you like to roll an investigation check
Finally.
to possibly find something else?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay. But hey, Arvir hit a nice roll. God
Finally.
For once.
Unfortunately, there's no new information to be found.
Oh.
Actually, no, fuck, there would be, actually. So, you
Oh,
examine,
wow.
you examine the way that the person's face is broken, as well as their neck. You're pretty sure the way they died is they got punched so hard in the face, it broke their neck. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah.
Somebody just dropped their monster can.
Ridiculous. Right. Has anyone who knows anything about this castle showed up yet?
So if you wait a couple of minutes, the prince does, like, he just comes sprinting down the corridor. Goes, "Oh God, what happened?" Wait, that's the prince's voice.
It was one of the barbarians. We need to go there now. Where are they?
It was Dwayne. It was Dwayne the barbarian.
Do you know his name? You've never asked his name in the past.
Well, you said we did know it, didn't you?
No, I said you guys could name him if you like. It didn't have to be Dwayne.
That's just going to be what I call him. I don't know if his actual
It's
name
not
is
important.
Big, tall, scary, ugly barbarian. He's got a cut on the shoulder now.
The prince
From this
hesitates for a second, but then sprints off with you guys. And he goes, "All right, first, like, as he's running down the corridor, he's talking to you guys. All right, first of all, how do you know? Do you have proof?"
We saw
them.
We saw him.
He stopped. "Do you have any more proof?"
We could not find him afterwards, but
he was cut on his shoulder.
Exactly, he's cut on his
Okay.
shoulder. And
Okay, that at least is something. But I will point out that if... Oh, okay, this is close. And he starts to take you off again. And yeah, and so he
onward!
Yes, onward! And yeah, you guys run to the barbarian's room. Along the way, the principal indicates some more guards to kind of come with, so they'll keep an eye on the door. And he enters the room. All 4 barbarians are kind of sitting around the table. One of them looks like he's just eating a lot. 2 others look like they're arm wrestling. One of them is just looking out the window, looking a bit bored.
And Dwayne?
Are any of them Dwayne?
Yes, one of them is Dwayne. There's only 4 of them. Dwayne's the one eating. He just looks up like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Shoulder. Let me see your shoulder, Dwayne.
He reveals his shoulder. It is unmarred. Actually, no, fuck, he wouldn't do that. He'd go, "What's going on here?" Oh, what a barbarian voice. Which is probably just my voice, let's be honest.
Yeah, that is typical Australian.
I'm sorry, did you just say Australia?
Yeah. Perhaps it's racist. Like you. You just called me uncultured. You're not allowed to be offended anymore.
You are uncultured.
That's rude. And
I've been trying to fix it.
If the word
fuck
y'all
off, you
makes
have.
Unimportant.
If the word y'all makes you upset, you're uncultured.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah. He goes, "What's going on here? What's all this about? Why do you want to see my shoulder?"
Prince?
Because there's been another murder.
What's that to do with my shoulder? The prince will hold up. The prince will hold up his hand and goes, "Dwayne, if you'd please, just show us your shoulder." And he reveals one of his shoulder, and it is flawless, muscled,
Is it
bulging shoulder.
Is it the right shoulder that was supposed to be cut?
No, it's the other one.
I was gonna say other shoulder.
Oh, sorry. And he does reveal that, and it's a bandage. There's a bandage there.
Prince.
The prince stops for a second. You see a look of concentration in his face and goes, "Dwayne, how did you get that cut on your shoulder?" "I'm doing training this afternoon. The boys." He indicates the other 3 and they just nod.
Can anyone else confirm that?
I don't know.
Also, when in training?
Why?
That is very fresh.
This
I assume.
afternoon. It looks
My
clean and well tended.
prince, there is one more way we can confirm this. The blood on the knife in question was black.
What is going on here?
Should I explain it to Dwayne?
Explain what? What are you saying to Dwayne?
What he's asking what's going on. So should I just be like, "Hey, we saw you running away from the murder scene."
What
Fixing your
murder
shoulder
scene?
up.
I don't know what the
Us,
blazes you're on about.
some girl's dead down there.
My
What?
prince.
I don't remember specifying a gender for this person, actually. The murdered
You
person.
said she. You said she.
My lord.
Yeah, she said she screamed.
Okay, well, sure. In my
can't
head, I was
remember
honestly
that,
thinking
like-
a guy, but sure, it's female now. That's fine.
My lord. Will you allow me to draw a drop of blood from this person?
Oi, what the fuck is that creepy masked weirdo fucking talking about? The prince sighs and goes, don't worry, Dwayne. It shall not be Ezael who does it. But, as your prince, I am requesting just a small cut just to verify something. And Dwayne looks very unhappy about this, but he allows the prince to approach him, who takes out his own dagger. And yeah, it's like a little prick on the end of his finger, and red blood wells out.
All right, that's it. Everybody's getting finger pricked.
The other barbarians look confused. Even the prince looks confused for a second. Goes, I suppose
No.
it's better to be safe than sorry. And then yeah, he tests all the
Everybody,
barbarians.
and I pull out a knife, cut my finger open.
Yeah, I stabbed my finger too.
The prince is on his way to the other barbarians, and he just stops and looks at you like, I didn't think you meant okay. And then yeah,
Everybody,
he
I point to one of the guards.
he checks
Prince,
the other barbarian.
everybody.
The guards don't do it, but the prince he goes like he pricks another barbarian's finger. At that point, the other barbarians finally catch on to what the prince wants, and they do it themselves. They all have red blood.
What about the prince? Does the prince have red blood?
He doesn't do it to himself. He's not under question.
I'm so suspicious.
Well, until you voice the suspicions, nothing's going to happen.
Well,
Can I?
so at this point, it would seem that whoever did this, either you, sir, and I point at Dwayne, have some way of changing your blood, or
What?
or somebody else has the ability to change their appearance. Actually, one other thing I might question is, would you mind showing us your bag, the barbarian? The barbarian who we thought was you, Dwayne, had a bag and threw a smoke bomb from it.
He had a pocket.
Was it a pocket? I thought he brought up a bag.
I think I said pouch
We
originally,
still
but
need to
I
search.
glossed over that. Pouch,
We
pocket,
still need to
whatever.
search this room.
The prince kind of stops for a second, goes. He pulls the four of you aside and goes, I want you all to know that this is not looking good for you four. From an outsider's perspective, it is looking like you four are trying to pin these murders on the opposition so they are removed and you have a better shot at winning this competition.
Well, no.
All right.
I'm not saying that is what you're doing. I'm saying that's what it would look like from an outside perspective.
Do you want these murders solved, or do you want to look good?
Of course, I want the murders solved, but I'm just saying, even searching the rooms at this point could bring down more trouble than it might be worth. Now that we've tested their blood and all that, we have no reason to suspect that they are the murderer.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Are
them,
you
then.
sure you
No.
saw Dwayne here? You're not sure. Okay.
We
No,
saw
no,
someone who
I'm
looked
certain it was
exactly
Dwayne.
like Dwayne,
It was
but maybe it's
exactly
not
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
But how can that be? Like, magic has been gone from the
Either
continent for decades.
scrolls still work.
Yes. Magic has
Or
been
it
gone
could
in
be a
its
very
natural
good
state.
disguise. I think we should check to see if any of the. You know what? If one of the rogues has an injury on their shoulder, that might be a good indicator as well. Because the rogues might have dressed themselves up like Dwayne using some sort of disguise kit. And having seen Dwayne with his injury, might have used that to point us in the direction of Dwayne.
That is a interesting theory. I will say I'm not familiar with disguise kits, but would it surely be quite difficult for someone smaller than Dwayne to make themselves look like such a large man?
We need to explore every lead and every clue that we can get.
I suppose so. And he'll indicate to one of his guards and just tell them, like, just one of his guards over. They kind of come over, give a salute, and go fetch some more guards, take them to the assassins' quarters, and bring them here. All of them.
Prince, may I have a question? Do you have any information on possible demon activity?
What? A demon?
Well, I'm just thinking if there's a chance that, I mean, you know, if it's not the assassins with a disguise kit, because let's be real, it's pretty hard to disguise yourself to be, 3 feet taller than, you are. It could be some form of shape-shifting.
Demons aren't
Scroll
real.
or-
You do understand that they're
they were
fairy
real.
tales.
And then magic went away and we haven't seen them in a while.
No, nobody has. There have been no confirmed, credible sources of demons ever being seen anywhere. You do know they're just fairy tales, right?
Wait,
is that how it
Chris. Chris, would my character have not been alive when magic was still a thing? Wouldn't demons have been a thing back then?
Nope, demons were not a thing back then.
Ah.
Okay, right. I didn't know that.
That's,
I was not aware.
that might have
thought
been
they
some
were
nice
previously.
information to give us.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
that's my
thought that
bad.
was.
Sorry.
Yeah,
No.
that's unfortunate. Can I take back that entire interaction with
Sure,
the
that is
prince
fine.
then? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
my bad.
okay.
Like, I would have assumed. I made an assumption, and that was my bad.
Yeah, no, I also made an assumption. I thought that they have been a commonplace thing up until the point of magic disappearing.
No.
Well, I asked them what about any sort of shape-shifting scroll that they might know of.
I am not well versed in magic. Funny enough, it wasn't seen as important to my education as I was born after magic disappeared.
I wasn't. I missed that stuff. It's pretty cool.
I would advise you not to speak so fondly of it in future. Especially not in these grounds.
You would say the same. Yeah, I think it might have been a good chance that it wasn't a disguise kit because, Dwayne's large and assassins are small. It's hard to, they'd be a master at disguising if that was the case. So there's a good chance it might be a magic scroll because magic scrolls still work even though magic is gone. So.
Do scrolls still work?
To my knowledge, that they would. I thought, pretty sure contraband. It's
Yes,
contraband.
they
but
are
they still work.
contraband. I'm not going to ask how you know. That's the thing, though. The one flaw I find in this theory, other than it's highly unlikely, is that scrolls are anything magical. Anything, more or less anything sold on the black market is worth a lot of coin.
Yeah.
If we
This is
assume
true.
that the person disguising themselves as Dwayne here, each and every time they set up one of these murders, they are spending a lot of gold to kill one person every time.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder if it's an item.
Oh, that is true. It could be some sort of amulet or.
Yeah. I'm wondering this out loud too. I'm wondering if it's like
Yeah.
an amulet or something. You know, like I'm.
The princess shakes his head and goes, "I have no idea. I'm afraid. Again, magic beyond my scope of understanding."
Do
Yeah.
you have any people in your force that can track down magic items?
Again, not really. If we knew of any magic items, we'd be confiscating them, arresting the individuals who were selling or were in possession of them, and they'd most likely be executed, not before being tortured for information as to other potential individuals in possession of these items, however.
Right,
It's
but
not
that
like magic.
rides upon you knowing that there is magic that needs to be tracked down, which you might very well just have learned.
Yes, but who?
Well,
Who?
that's what a tracker would figure out.
Okay, what are they tracking here? That you haven't already tried to track?
Magic. We can't track magic. But since, this country outlaws it, I'm supposing you might have some sort of force that can track it down.
From my meager understanding, I'm pretty sure you can only track magic with magic. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
there's no one who can detect magic like that. If they could, we'd probably have already killed them.
Wow. Yeah. Real great tactic there, huh?
Well, let's
How's
be honest.
that working out?
Well, we didn't have much of a choice. When magic disappeared, so did anyone's ability to detect magic.
Yep. Yeah.
Tell me, how's it working out speaking in such a way to a prince? Because I have half a mind to lock you in the dungeons now and have you flogged, if not worse.
I don't agree.
When he says this, I step up to him, like, straight up to his face. You
Thing
have
is,
no
before you
idea
even
how
do that,
much I
when he
don't
starts speaking
care.
like that, all the guards start putting their hands on their swords. When you step up to him, they draw their swords. The barbarians also stand up.
I'm
You have
backing away
no
from
idea
this.
how little I care. You have no idea the things I've seen in my life, you little shit.
You're right. I don't, nor do I care. He clicks his fingers, guards grab you.
Alright.
Not me though, surely.
No, just
No,
him.
I'm separating myself from this
Yeah,
man.
we're all just like hands up, like whoa.
Let him get slaughtered. I have no connection to that man.
I don't even. Who?
The
Yes,
prince,
I who?
with just like the coldest, deadest eyes, just go, take you into a dungeon, make sure he learns his place. And you are dragged off to a dungeon and you are beaten to a single health point.
Like I give a fuck.
Oh my
You're-
god.
To beat you, they take your mask away from you. And we'll leave it there
Huh.
for now. Yeah. They take like all your possessions. Like you just have basically your underwear on as they just tie you up and beat you. Not very specifically, not the guards. Like they have professionals to do this.
I just take it.
Well, you don't have a choice. Your arms are kind of like you're taken
Yeah,
to
but
a
I don't
middle
like.
of a room.
I don't struggle. I
Okay.
just
You
let
allow
them.
them to drag you to the dungeons, and yeah, like you're taken to a like empty room, no windows or anything, just a door with bars on it. Your hands are tied above your head, which are then attached to a ring up in the ceiling, so you cannot guard yourself at all, and you are just savagely beaten.
My character
Not that
just
any of the
wonders
rest of
out
you see
loud.
that.
No, but I'm saying my character just wonders out loud as he's being dragged away. I wonder if it's a kink.
The prince does not look amused. He turns to you and goes, "Now
Yeah,
is
I'm
hardly the time
just
for
like,
jokes."
what the fuck just happened?
I mean, I was trying to make lighthearted of the situation because, that was a pretty retarded move by him.
Let's move on,
Okay.
shall we? What were
Yes.
we discussing?
Yeah, before he started talking, I think it was something about possibly like scrolls or amulets, and then he had a stroke.
Yes, well, like I said, I don't know much about magic. I do not know if there is an
Yeah.
amulet or anything that can change what the
Yeah.
period so sudden. I think also we should probably stop discussing this here. The barbarians are looking at you. You're not sure how much they are able to take in, though.
They're a bit vacant.
They are. They look confused and like as if they're trying to follow along, but they've gotten
I just look at the
confused.
prince. I'm like, if you're worried about the barbarians, they don't know what time it is.
Well,
So,
the rogues were being.
oh well, do you?
It's late. Yeah, late.
Yeah.
Like, I look out the window
Late
and it's still light outside.
No, it
Late
is
o'clock.
nighttime. Like one of them looks out the window, sees that it's nighttime, goes late.
Yeah, I just look at him and I'm like, yeah, it's late o'clock, huh? Yeah, okay, bud.
I mean, dude, the barbarian turns, well, you know, what do you think the time is?
I don't know, probably like 2 in the morning because we were sleeping. Maybe 3 or 4, something around there.
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot that that's what I said the time was.
Yep.
Technically, those
Weird.
barbarians should have been asleep. Oh well.
Yeah. I was a little surprised if they were eating at 4 in the morning.
Just shuffling.
Yeah, they didn't know what the time was.
One that turns around and goes, "Time is just a construct made by our own minds. It is but an illusion."
Stupid people say that to sound smart. Sure.
And he just looks crestfallen when you said that. Like you've rumbled him. It's like, oh shit, it didn't work. And then yeah, that's it.
With a construct.
Sorry.
Mock back at him. Time is but a construct.
Anyway, so the prince kind of
But yeah, we can go discuss this somewhere else if you want, Mr. Prince.
Yes. He motions to another guard and goes, "For now, we'll station guards at the barbarian's door just to be on the safe side." One, and like he indicates, like 4 of the guards he brought with him that aren't your guards. He goes, "You 4, stay here. Make sure the barbarians don't leave." Also, when the other guard comes with the assassins, send them to my study, and then yeah, the prince will walk off and will lead you to his study, which is up one of the towers that make up the castle. You have to climb stairs.
Oh man.
On the bright side, at least Eziel doesn't have to climb stairs.
Yeah, I just hope they don't recognize me.
Well, they recognize what you are, but all they do is like mock you and insult you about it, and belittle you while they're beating you.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. Maybe don't insult princes. Fucking hell.
Man, like I have been through some shit. This is easy mode still.
I'm just saying. Why do it to yourself even if it's easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's why I asked if it was a kink. Can't understand it. Still hurts, you know. You're still feeling the pain. Sure, you're not reacting to it, but you know.
Those neurons are still firing. Anyway.
Yeah.
So the prince, like, he leads you to his study, which is like a large circular room that makes up basically the entire floor of one of these towers. And he sits behind his desk, just starts rubbing his temples, like, I need a drink. And he just like he then stands up, goes to like a counter somewhere, pours himself a drink, sits back down, and then just takes like a deep sip, like a draught of it, whatever. Draft, yeah. A big old mouthful. And then just like turns to the 3 of you now and go, alright. Okay. What do we do from here? I suppose we wait until the assassins show up and then we inspect their shoulders. Unless any of you have any other bright ideas.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta think what I was gonna say. Yeah, it may well could have been an amulet.
Yes, that's going to be rather
That's gonna be hard to
troublesome.
prove. It's gonna be easy for me to identify more likely because I was alive when magic was around.
Samesies.
You have an ability to detect magic?
No, but I would have a more understanding of it.
Oh,
obviously
shit.
you.
That's right. Asael, where's the stone?
Yeah, I would have probably left it in my room.
Would you, though?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's done nothing for the past few days. And
yeah,
it's just dangerous for me to be walking around with it.
okay, that's
Not
fair
a
enough.
complete idiot.
I'm going to take the 5th.
Yeah, insulting a prince is high out there.
Yeah. While
And
he's
then after
more or
the
less
prince threatens,
surrounded by guards.
and then the
Look.
prince threatens you, and then you double up.
Hmm.
Like, you just gotta. Sometimes you just have to stand up for your principles.
Yeah, how did that turn out for you? No one's even sure what your principles are. And they don't care.
Anyway, but no, I'm explaining to the prince how my I would have at least a better general understanding of what could be an amulet. I would notice like magic markings and stuff on a amulet more than likely.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's alright.
So
Well,
it's just,
Had to execute you.
not that I can use magic. I have no interest in magic, really. What is a hunter gonna do with that? But
a hunter? I thought you were a thief.
no, my character's a hunter. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but regardless of what your class is, you've been telling everyone that you're a thief.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a thief, but hunters.
Hmm.
Anyway, point is, I don't really have much of a use for magic. I've got bows and arrows, so yeah. But I would definitely know in a magic item. So if I saw the amulet, if anyone comes in with an amulet, I'll probably notice it.
I will admit that sounds suspicious, but very well. I personally do not care if you can detect magic or not. Just best to keep it quiet.
Yeah.
You're far more tolerant than most.
He looks at you for a few solid seconds. Actually, fuck. Roll me an insight check, I suppose. And then I instantly forgot why that was the thing.
I feel like
he
he's
was
interested.
staring at me.
Yeah. Feel free to roll an insight check if you can.
Yes! Finally!
Fucking hell!
You finally.
That's
you
what's
finally
meant to
hit it.
happen.
Damn.
Finally did it. 2 points off of being a crit.
You get the
Love.
impression, just the way his face and body almost like freezes up and stops moving, that he himself really dislikes the law about anything magical is banned, but can't do anything about it. And you probably get the impression that, like, with a 24, fuck, that was good. That not only is you don't think that's the only law that in the Kingdom of Ventil that he strongly dislikes but can't do anything about. You get the impression of a man who is chafing.
He's a liberal in a conservative world.
Yes.
I'm just thinking there's no way that I could have a conversation with the prince without anyone else around, is there?
I mean, you could request, but probably not.
I'd probably, when we were going to leave, I'd probably sort of
Well,
ask him.
I'd assume that you guys aren't going to leave until the assassin show up.
No, not yet. But like when we do leave, I'll sort of lean in and ask him if he might speak to me alone sometime.
We'll do that afterwards, though. So the assassins do show up, and the prince goes, "I'm sorry for the late hour in which you've all been called here. However, I feel it's best for you not to know exactly why, but I need to see your shoulders." The assassins look
up.
really fucking confused. Like, what? Like, you dragged us all the way here under guard and all that. I mean, there always are, but still. Look at our shoulders, and they hesitate for a second, worried that this is some kind of weird royal sex thing. Because, you know, like, the nobility are always into weird things. Everyone knows that. But
Is it the
they
king?
do,
Who knows?
yeah, but they do kind of like take off their jackets and all that and bare their shoulders. None of them have any cuts. Actually, I take that back. Probably like one of them has like a cut on their shoulder that's been bandaged up.
On their shoulder,
Yeah, on the shoulder.
Can I
but
roll
on
an
the wrong
investigation?
shoulder or something.
Let's see.
I was gonna say, can I roll an investigation check to see how old it is?
You can if you like, but now that Ivy points it out, it actually is on the wrong shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Like the
anyway.
way you said it implied that
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same.
I fucked up slightly, and that's my bad again. I fuck up a lot of things.
That's
fair.
Your life, in particular.
Yes,
Wow.
especially. But then again,
Oh,
haven't
man.
we all?
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't have anything else to ask if it's on the wrong shoulder.
Hmm. So the prince kind of, when they do that, he turns to the three of you and goes, "Well,
Well, I think we could safely. Well, I don't want to say safely rule them out, but it's
We
not
don't
really
have
looking
enough
too good that it's any.
evidence.
Yeah, that it's anybody of the groups.
again,
Can't
you
rule
see,
it, but it could be staff or a guard. Can't rule that out.
again, you see the the prince kind of like put his face in his hand and goes, "Okay, you four can go. Sorry for wasting your time." And they all bow before the prince and leave.
Um,
So what you're telling me is we are no closer than we were before, despite all
No.
this kerfuffle.
Not true. I still think we're closer. We don't have anything solid, but we have more pieces to the puzzle. Clearly, it's somebody in a disguise. They have black blood, which is strange. And most importantly, is they can be hurt, so they're not something immortal. I still would not be surprised if it was an amulet, but if there's anybody of similar size to the barbarians, maybe check them out in private.
We probably have a few guards who would be of a similar stature.
Yeah. I would recommend maybe checking them out in private when you get the chance. Check their shoulder, check their blood.
I will summon the captain of the guard. He too is of a similar size, but I'll check his blood, and then if he is clear, I will set him the task of discreetly inspecting the other guards.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, it's really hard to investigate anything really magic based because no magic.
Yes, indeed.
So that really does make it extremely difficult if the unlikeliness is reality. Because I mean, if they can disguise themselves with an amulet, that's gonna be rough. They could make themselves look like any one of us and commit murders.
I think our only course of action here is to just hope they do not have a magical artifact.
Yeah.
Or if they do, I do not think we have the means to catch them. Unless we are able to catch them in the act itself.
Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Do you have any? Does anybody have any other ideas? Prince, guards, do you have any ideas?
The guards kind of look blankly and they don't really say anything. Go,
Friends, Saga
Prince.
City or Arvir, do you have anything? No, okay, beautiful.
Just you and I are
Well,
playing, Travis. Don't worry.
It is just me and Chris.
But
Yep.
So
I mean, I'm in the dungeon.
yeah,
Yeah, you're having a
getting
great time.
beaten as they
man.
speak. They probably like put a hood over your face at least. So if that's a comfort to you, I don't know. Anyway, so the prince is kind of sighs out, leans back in his chair, takes another swig of his drink, and just goes, I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment, but I will say this. When you first told me that you believed it to be one of these barbarians, I was worried that if you had no proof, it would simply look as if you were trying to accuse one of your competitors. So I will say at least this for now. If you still suspect it's one of those, get proof. I need solid proof.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I won't probably be in. So I'll probably be grabbing proof, and then I'm also gonna ask the prince if I could have a drink.
He kind of looks at you for a second and goes, I'm sure drinks can be brought to your rooms for you. Yeah,
Okay.
see, while he was mainly pissed off with Eziel, it's kind of at least slightly tinted his opinion on the group of you.
Yeah.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy. He's not my friend.
You are at least associated with him, and the prince.
Not my choice.
The prince might not even be doing it consciously. He might just simply be like, I'm in a shit mood at the moment because of Eziel. And that's it.
Man,
Fair.
I wanted to share a drink with the prince. That would have been pretty dope.
Too
Try
bad.
again later.
Sure, you can. But see, the prince does also say, like, yeah, the problem with having the three of you involved in this investigation, the investigation that I'm leading, it can also be seen as potentially maybe I suggested to the three of you to find evidence, quote unquote, against one of the existing, one of your competitors.
Yeah,
At which point, one of the other nobles who have put forward their group of champions might accuse me of rigging the competition. So, whatever proof you find, make sure it is concrete.
Yeah. We'll find some damn good evidence.
I hope you do. And then he just like kind of swivels in his little swivel chair and looks out the window that is behind him. Because why not?
Can I
Pretty view.
make my comment of I'd like to speak to you in private if you have the time? Or is he just ignoring us now?
No, he's not looking at you, but he sighs a bit and goes, how long is this going to...
Likely short.
Very well. He kind of waves the guard and goes, just take everybody out now. Just wait by the door. I will be but a moment. And then, yes, you on...
Saga City and McKellen as well.
Yeah.
If you would.
Like, he suggested, like, everyone to leave, apart from you two. I guess you and the prince.
What am I hearing?
I guess that's meant to be footsteps. Is that meant to be footsteps leaving?
It sounded like...
Yeah, it sounded like Rump was clapping cheeks.
What the fuck is
Bro,
happening?
were you beating one out or were you walking away?
No comment.
As Markellian and Saga City leave, Saga City is constantly slapping Markellian's ass on the way out.
Oh god.
I'll allow it.
Anyway, so yes,
What if we're just trading blows? We're just going back and forth with each other. Smack, 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 smack.
yeah, just
smack,
you
smack.
both smack each other's asses constantly.
Oh,
The
God.
prince looks confused, but doesn't say anything. The guards look also very confused and slightly worried.
I, as they're leaving and they're doing that, I will say out loud, if you find another 3 people for me to work with, I will happily work with them.
He looks at you and goes, "Well, it's probably a bit late in the competition now." But
Fair.
Listen, I have been the most useful, most skillful out of everyone here so far. So
Right. Well, yes. Once everyone's out and it's just the prince and I,
Mhm.
I will ask if I can sit. Because
He
I
nods
assume
his
that there's
head.
a seat.
Yeah, there's 2 seats in front of him on the other side of his desk, and he just nods his head.
I'll sit and I'll sort of I won't lean forward, but I'll sort of sit up straight and just say, I picked up a little bit on your dislike of our laws concerning magic, and I thought if I was going to tell anybody, you might be the best person to tell. But I
He
live
holds up
before.
a hand and goes, "Not as the prince, but as fuck. What's his name again? Ray.
Rainier ever. Never.
Rayan.
that's
No,
Rayan.
Rayan. He goes,
Rayan?
Rainier.
not as the prince, but as Rayan. I will say, be careful with what you tell me as well. I may not agree with these laws, but I am still the prince of this nation. I do not know what you're about to tell me, but I would remind you to take that into consideration. If I am forced by my station to act, I will do so."
Well, I would hope that you would not. I would like this to stay between us, but I feel like it could be useful information for you. But I lived before magic disappeared and had some connection, let's say, to the practice of magic.
I see. That much I think I can pretend I didn't hear. That's not too drastic. We are aware that there would be potentially hundreds of individuals in the kingdom who used to practice magic or are descendant of those who did. But they are unable to practice magic still, and it's not a huge concern, at least not to me.
That is good to hear. But I feel like I should tell you this because if you needed some help with something that concerned the practice of magic or magical items, if you could find a situation that was secretive enough, I could investigate such for you.
I see. I will keep that in mind. That is indeed good to know.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
And I will leave. Apparently, Axonite's telling me no.
To be fair, I think Axonite was saying no for the reason I was worried that what you might say, and was also thinking in my head, no.
I'm a wizard.
I used to be a wizard.
Honestly,
It's like, to jail. Same cell as your friend. We'll kill you later.
yes, at that point I was going, fuck it, this game's over. Sick of DMing anyway. Fuck all of you.
I'll just play a character that wasn't a wizard.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
But I think that's probably a good time for us to stop anyway, with Arvir, Mycelian, and Saga City making their way back to their rooms to get what little rest they still can before more training, and Azael being savagely beaten in the dungeons. Someone
Stupid
remind
Azael.
me at the start of next session that that's what happened to Azael. That he's currently just in his underwear being tied up, hood over his head, savagely beaten for insulting the prince. That's actually raises a good point there as well.
Well, at this point, whether he's trustworthy or not, our entire existence relies on him. So,
Yep.
like, if he
At
isn't
the same
trustworthy,
time, he needs us.
No,
he
see,
doesn't know.
not really. And you're useful to help him find this killer, but even then, not indispensable. And the moment the killer's been caught, you suddenly instantly go back to being basically worthless.
Yeah, because like if we don't become the champions, oh well, he doesn't have a group of champions working under his father that he can control.
Well, no, the prince has no control. Like, you work for his father, not the prince.
Well, yeah, but we were sort of wasn't the understanding that he'd have our ear and that we'd help him, but we'd technically work for the king. Wasn't that what was happening?
I don't remember anything like that being discussed.
Oh, I thought that was the whole premise.
So the only thing I could think of that you might be mistaken for is when this kind of competition was announced, the premier most lords had the choice of putting forth their own team to run in this competition. Only 3 of the lords did. The prince was kind of strongly suggested that he should put forward a team as well, but he really wanted nothing to do with this. But being pressured in to do so, he went, you know what, fuck it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be 4 criminals, so let's really make this thing a fucking farce. And that's where you guys come in.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
what does he stand to gain then?
Well, you from what though? I must ask. But your characters don't know that. You don't know why the prince chose you. I just want to remind the players that.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I won't stop being a fuck ass until this prince stops being a dick.
What exactly did he say that made you angry?
I don't even remember him saying anything. He
didn't. He just
he asked because
we were talking about magic items, and then he said that there was nobody that could detect magic because that if anybody was using magic, they would have gotten killed. And then he was like, "Wow, that's stupid that you would kill magic detectors just because they're using magic."
Yeah. And then SIL started having to go.
And then he was like, "Oh, that's not very respectful." And then SIL just kept
Look,
going.
I have my reasons to not like this prince, even more so than we already have.
That is fair. That is fair. I'm surprised. Come to think, I'm surprised SIL has been this tame so far.
Well,
That's
SIL
fair.
has had some time to calm down about what has happened in the past, but this prince is not doing a lot to keep it buried.
Yeah, that's fair enough. This is poking at a wound, as it were. That's fair. Honestly, when you were doing it, I was actually genuinely surprised you were. But no, now that you pointed out, actually, it makes perfect sense. It really does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Well done for role-playing. SIL, if you don't have inspiration, you can bloody well have it now. Because my god, is that going to fuck over your character. So, I could quickly say it now, because it'll literally be the first thing that happens on the session back. Your mask isn't returned to you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'll need to figure something out then.
You will, but I don't think you have much of a choice before the others notice you don't have your mask on anymore.
Yeah, well...
Wow, you've got a face.
He does have a face.
And you'll get to see it next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is he cute at least?
It's. I'll put it like this: he's as cute as Delta is.
And I'm pretty fucking cute.
No.
I don't know.
Cuter than you.
I don't know. Arvi, well, fucking Arvi, Asher, as the only one who's seen both me and Delta IRL, who's cuter?
Delta is fucking adorable.
Wow, I am extremely insulted again.
They might be
I'm
soulless
like a puppy.
bastards. They might be like soulless bastards, but sometimes gingers can be pretty cute.
No,
Yeah,
no offense to
I'm
Zelda, I
like
wouldn't describe him as cute.
I'm like a little puppy.
He's like a really sick puppy that's like been starved for
Yeah.
ages.
Puppy.
I'm still a puppy though, and you're
Okay.
like I don't know, a
Oh, shit.
turkey.
A three-legged
Yeah,
dog.
Wow.
we're
No, like,
yeah, we're.
Travis has seen
I'm pretty
me.
sure we're done.
We are, but
We're
Travis,
done, right? Yeah.
Travis has seen me.
Yeah.
I think Travis would agree. I look more like a gorilla than a turkey.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I'm gonna go to bed because it's 3 in the fucking morning for me.
You should.
So
Very
good night.
fair.
Love.
Have
yeah,
a good sleep.
Yep, same
Good night.
Yeah.
Love
Good
you all.
night.
Bye bye.
Good night, Travis. See you. We'll read next week. That's what I tried to say.
See you later.
See ya.
So yeah.
And that's where we'll also end all this other stuff as well. Like
Yes.
the stream and video.
What the fuck is this picture that Travis has sent? What the fuck?
On the Discord, yeah. That's been there for ages.
Night X.
Bye,
Oh, well.
everyone.
Morning, right?
Shut up. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'm great at outros.